Hello, everyone, and welcome to Quest and Chaos. We are the Chaos Agents. All of these people over there are the Chaos Agents.
Backflip.
And we are playing Dungeons and Dragons. What? All right. We've got the aftermath of a big show to deal with because there was a big show last week. Of course, we're always sponsored by our favorite Biersch, Mr. Gordon.
Yes.
Of Gordon Biersch.
Also, it's the only Biersch that sponsors us.
Yeah. that is very true. Available at grocery stores. So if you can, make your way to one of those safely.
If you can fight the hordes and masses.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's an essential service.
I'll say during this time. Oh my gosh.
Things are. I don't know. I don't want to jinx everything, but I'm really hoping that the middle of May is a date. All right. So
it's certainly.
Well, then I have good news for you.
Middle of May is not actually a date.
That's true.
All right. So Nord Games out there, they are fantastic creators of third-party Dungeons and Dragons stuff. They also have a lot of things that are system agnostic, as well as digital files. So right now, they have some digital files out there that are on sale for 50% off. So if you are running virtual games at your home, you can go there. I believe that they're just 50% off. They're on sale. Everything else there, you can get 20% off by using our code Chaotic20. Obviously, there's probably something down in the chat that is already happened. For those of you on the podcast who want to know about our affiliates and sponsors and the discounts and how to get them, there are links on our webpage, questandchaos.com, and you can go there and find them as well. If you are on YouTube, the links are down below. All right.
You know you want it.
Yeah.
I fell into the Nord Games LLC black hole.
Oh, it's a dangerous place to go and hang out.
3.html. Make sure you use the 3.html. All right.
It's a beautiful hole.
Yeah.
I regret it.
Aaron.
Giving us a gift.
Brother, here, sweetheart.
Like whole package, like all of it. Oh, stop talking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take it away, Thomas.
All right. So
Please,
we have something in the there's a number of bits in the boy currently. I believe it's somewhere around 13, but there will be a logo spinning up there that will tell you how many are in there.
13 is in fact a number.
All right. You guys are starting with what? 4?
4.
Or did you use them? No.
Oh, no.
I don't remember.
We did not use them.
But I don't
Okay.
think
We did not use them.
So you guys are going to start with 4, and then we are going to do some. I'm going to have to switch
That is
to.
a stack.
Yeah, I'm going to have to switch to the little ones for you guys. It's hard to tell. So you guys have 4.
I'll try not to take that
also,
personally.
Tiana's keeping track. We have.
They didn't even ask if I was keeping track. They just knew I was keeping track because I reached for the notebook while we were opening.
Lazily hoped.
We have the Hefner with 2,000 bits coming at you guys. 1,000 for you guys, and 1,000 for me.
Thank you, Hef.
Thank you, Hef.
Thank you for that. Our wonderful moderator and supporter for a long time, the Hefner.
Mm-hmm.
We have Squeal, who is jumping on the bandwagon for Tea on a Tuesday.
Oh.
With 500 bits. And then this, so
Thank
the next
you, Ben.
one,
Thank
Yes.
you, Ben. It's much appreciated.
I'm going to skip down a little bit. So Duke Fleeg with 1,000 bits for Tea on a Tuesday.
Oh, man.
Okay.
They keep coming.
All
The
right.
hits keep on coming.
All right.
There it is.
I don't encourage this. It just
Yeah.
Bask
you,
in
guys.
it.
Keep dumping them in.
appreciate
We
it.
need to do
Yeah.
something for Warren Wednesday. That's all
There
I'm
we
saying.
go.
Actually, yeah. That I never have any sort of word association like that, so I will accept. that gracious
Awesome.
Warren Wednesday, but that bucket will not be as overflowing as Tiana Tuesday. I guarantee it. So I'm just not going to set myself up for that expectation.
Nice.
That's fair.
So we will also have a YouTube contest in YouTube down below. Post your links to videos that you have replaced Warren's shirt with something something like the
Yes.
Queen had.
All right, I will give you more shirt to play with. All right.
That's a true hero, actually.
A true gift
Fall
to the
upon that
internet.
sword.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. So back to Tamago Toro with 1,500 bits for you guys
Damn.
because there was not a TPK last week.
Thank you.
Not
It was
even-
there was a close. That was pretty close.
It
It
was
was
close.
very scary. is what it
Yeah.
was. It was
At,
very
at,
scary.
at one point, fully half of us were unconscious, and I was like, "We're all going to die."
I'm in danger.
Yes. What's that meme? I'm in danger.
Nice. All right. Then we have King Shikamaru with
Hey.
500 bits to the DM. That's to me.
All right, mate. I see how you are.
It has to be Naruto.
We appreciate it, and I heard that King Shikamaru couldn't watch live today because they have early Wednesday morning. So thanks for stopping in.
Thank you.
Yes. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the bits. Be sure to catch up on the YouTubes and the podcasts. All right. We then have a Panthorpe with 1,000 bits for the cast.
Hey,
I
thank
think
you.
we're all cast,
Thank
but
you.
I'll go ahead and send it your way.
You're the DM.
Then why are you part of the DM on Discord, huh?
Yeah.
If we're all part of-
of?
I'm also cast.
Yeah.
But that's because there is 500 bits from a Panthorpe for the DM.
All right,
specific.
that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
No, I'm
Thank you.
pissed still.
All
Thank
right.
you guys so much. We are currently at 14 inspiration for your guys' information.
And
Thank
I
you.
am at 4. Thank you very much. And thank you, King Shikamaru, for gifting that sub as well. We appreciate
Thank you.
everything you guys do.
We really do. We have such an awesome community, and
Mhm.
it's been great having you guys come along with us on this digital ride for the last month or so as we
Indeed.
figure all this stuff out.
And thanks for helping us keep the lights running, guys. Like seriously, through all of this, you know, the fact that we can still continue to do it is very nice. So thank you.
We will have some big news coming up for Tavern Upkeep for May, but we're going to save that for a later date.
Ooh, mystery.
Mystery. All right. The Mystery of 50 series. Sorry, that is the Shoot to Win craps machine in Las Vegas. That's one of the things that it says.
Oh,
Okay, that's cool.
That's,
Really?
Yeah.
You know,
You
we
know,
didn't
if
do
you
much
sit there long
gambling
enough.
in Reno. We should have done that.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel
It
like
was
gambling
like-
in Reno is like gambling at the airport. You're just like, "No,
Yeah,
just
pretty
go."
much,
It was a shocking thing when I flew into Las Vegas and there was like machines there. I was like in the airport, like as soon as
Yeah.
you step off. Insane.
Yeah,
I mean,
That
that's
Wheel
Wheel
of
of
Fortune
when you're
machine.
leaving. You know,
yeah.
when you get to Vegas, it's all excitement time. When you're
Those
leaving Vegas, it's like, God.
slots are like
Fashion.
video games for our parents. Like the Vegas floor of the future is gonna be all like arcades.
I wish we got free drinks for playing video games.
No
Oh,
shit.
Oh man, that'd be
They're
great.
There, in fact, was an arcade at the hotel we stayed at. We did not play
Oh,
that
that's
either.
true. We were so tired. We were working.
We were working, we were networking. That was also the very sort of beginning of this thing here in the States. And we're like, man, do we really want to be playing video games right now? No.
touching all that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was starting to spiral up. Good lord.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So that is going to do it for right now for those things, for the announcements. Thank you. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube. Be sure to follow us here on Twitch. We're on social media as well, at Quest and Chaos everywhere. And then we're all on that as well. Don't forget, Aaron Acosta is the Daniel Day-Lewis of D&D.
He is confirmed.
You're damn
He is.
right. I don't know which movie I'm going for.
I don't either, but I appreciate it, whatever it is.
But
That's
you all
Lincoln of
thought
the Mohicans, right?
exactly. You all thought of a different culmination of movies.
Lincoln was fantastic, by the way.
Lincoln was the
What?
first one that came to mind when you said Daniel Day-Lewis, so I'll roll with that.
Mine was There Will Be Blood, and I still got to watch Gangs of New
Wow,
York. Okay,
Gangs
I'll
in
stop.
New York was the first one that came to me.
Me, it was the Last of the Mohicans. All right.
There you go. There you go.
I was right.
Saw that in the theaters. Anyway.
It's a nice
moving on.
smattering of his work there. That was great.
Yeah. And now that
And
we've
Aaron.
devolved into movie talk,
And that's
Mayhem,
it.
Mayhem. All right.
The other dude, the robot thing.
So
Ruckus.
I guess one one more announcement is that tomorrow both Carbon is going to hit YouTube as well as the next Untitled podcast where we do devolve into movie talk, Amy and I. So
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
okay.
What do you guys
Are
talk
you
about?
kidding me?
What-
All right.
what-
It's a
it's a
young show.
nothing
We'll
pod-
give you a little bit of benefit.
Let me
for that.
rephrase that. I start talking movie talk.
okay,
There it is.
okay.
I hope Amy
No.
does say, please shut up and let's talk about something else.
and
At some point.
and make sure you stick around to the very last frame because it's worth it.
What genre of movies do you guys talk about, or did you start ranting about?
Tales from the Loop.
What?
From the
Tales
what?
from the Loop. It is on Amazon Prime right now. You watch the thing.
Okay.
All right.
There's a board game coming out from Tales of the Loop. Here's the sneak peek.
Oh,
So Tales from the Loop was this Scandinavian guy, Simon. That's not Skarsgård. That's an actor. Simon Skarhog.
Scars?
Anyway, so he had these like scenes of Scandinavia in the 80s with like mechs that were built in the 60s and kind of like burnt down and stuff, or worn down. And then they made from those things, it was kind of like an art book with some narrative elements. They made an RPG. Then from the RPG, they made a movie series, and now they're making a board game.
Okay. I
Alright.
can see why that would tie into you guys. It was a
Yes.
long journey to get there, but I see it.
Yeah, I forgot some of the steps, but cool, man. Cool.
All right, and before we jump into this, we have one more bits donation coming in from our fantastic moderator, the Baroness.
Thank you.
1,500 bits
Thank you so much.
to
Very
you
own
guys.
Patroness.
3 inspiration.
Thank you.
Agree for us? Thank you.
What does that bring our total to?
17.
17.
All right.
Nice.
Wait,
Uzo wants
so
to
17.
perceive the doc, and he wants to preemptively throw some inspiration at it.
So you guys have, hold on, you guys have 17 inspiration. I have 4.
Holy cow.
There are 13 in the boy, which means if you spend 5 or less inspiration tonight, we're going to trigger the boy.
Challenge
And,
accepted.
and it would be on an episode where I'm reasonably sure it's going to be mostly RP. Although
Speaking of which-
I said that last week too. So
Speaking of which, we do have a giveaway tonight, which is the
Ooh.
Gale Force 9 deck of your choice. I am loading up Nightbot right now so that I can make sure that it is ready to
Wait.
go when we are ready to call it out. Not
Thomas,
beforehand. Yes.
the Baroness gave 2 to us and 1 to you.
Ooh. I will take that back.
all right.
That's a rare moment of honesty from Uzo.
We're
You
rubbing
have
off
to
on him.
use
That's nice.
4 or less. And I will say this: there will be initiative tonight. So
Oh yeah,
do it.
There will be initiative.
we're gonna finally do that Master Chef
Sprawl
competition between
wins.
us.
I'm just waiting for it to be a player v player thing.
You just wait. Nat 1, Master Chef is coming. I'm gonna make you all try and cook against each other.
I need some sort of training montage, like me and my best friend fight my son or something and make him stronger.
Oh my gosh! I started to I started to watch the Salt Marsh episodes that I was not in, and Aaron and Warren, your characters. Beautiful.
Yeah. No, seriously. So I was also watching Salt Marsh episodes for I think the same reason actually, and I got lost just like sitting and watching everything, and where I would just sit back and enjoy it and just be like, "You guys just go, just role play." I had so much fun with you guys.
That was so fun.
I guess I'll die.
Yeah.
Don't forget your Sanic voice.
Oh yeah, that's the puberty arc. We'll remember that.
All right. So
Yeah.
last, are you ready?
I was gonna say like never Uzo and Donald should ever meet.
Oh
Ever.
God, I want to see that.
Uzo would probably kill him. He would have like a short porch. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
All right. So
You were visualizing it.
last week on Chaos Agents, you had we had started off at the end of combat. You had subdued Captain Colton, and the individuals off ship were returning back with Barden Thorn and ready to, I guess, face what had blown up the docks with all the people on it. You managed to get them to let Barden through, and they agreed to hold off on doing anything, or attacking, I should say. You went to go and talk with Barden Thorn, Colton, and one of the gentlemen, the cleric, went to heal somebody who was hurt. At which point Uzo blasted the guy that was hurt.
Finish him.
To death. That started a massive combat that resulted in the downing of 2 of you, 3 of you.
One death save away. One
Yeah.
death save away.
Yeah.
In fact, if he hadn't stopped the whatever effect that was, the spirit guardians or something.
Spirit Guardians,
Yeah. If Aaron hadn't stopped that, I probably would be dead now. So.
Well, you wouldn't be dead now because I had Revivify prepared, because I always have Revivify prepared now, and I would have grabbed Uzo's diamond and just booked it.
That does not stop me or Ruckus from holding this over him.
Oh
So-
yeah, doesn't matter. Our friendship would probably continue after death. Now.
Depending on where we go.
Yeah.
So a
thanks,
battle
Satan.
ensued, and you again came very close to TPK. If Aaron had gone down, it probably would have resulted in the rest of you falling as well. However,
Aaron went down briefly, didn't he?
he did.
But I
Yeah.
got on my feet. I'm sick of this dying thing, even though I'm gonna definitely die again.
Leading word.
So eventually succeeded, brought Barden Thorn up onto deck, had a talk. Remy was how would you describe your reaction to the conversation?
Remy's as Remy's, he was confused because he had built this man up, in his head from his memories and everything like that. Not even considering that he would ever want to quit that life and settle down and find that kind of peace in his life. Remy, again, had that opportunity at one point in his life and didn't do that. So it was eye-opening for Remy. It was different than he had expected, and he's still trying to grapple with that right now.
So you discovered that Barden Thorn had escaped the mutiny with the help of a handful of other crew members, one of which was David, who later became his partner, where he and David own a tavern here in Saltmarsh, which is a resort town
Clearly.
with a haunted house, a golf club and country club.
And Mitch McTortle?
Yes, and Mitch McTortle. And in fact, there are a number of people still around. So that's, and then Uzo opened up Colton's neck to finish it up.
After I explained how he was an awful, awful person and captain
Right.
should never have been in command, it doesn't suit him, and he led everyone to their deaths. Okay.
So
When you envisioned the end of Colton's life, did you imagine it being like this?
I am very pleased with how this ended up. I believe he got what he deserved, and I'm glad we got him off the ship before he stained the floorboards. He's trash. He got what he deserved.
That was not the case. Your
no.
floorboards are ship
No,
needs a
when
very
you open
thorough.
the jugular, it's
I mean, at least
Well, he
it's
didn't
not
do the
his
jugular.
blood.
It was.
I mean,
So,
I assumed he was going for the jugular carotid.
So there's so you guys ended up body overboard, sharks frenzying all around the ship.
Trauma kicking in.
And new planks set up so you can get off. And Barden says we should let's head to the tavern, get some lunch and a bit to drink.
How far out, Captain, do you think our ship is before it makes landfall here?
I believe it is still about 2 days out. It was 3 days out, and this took us about a day in the dinghy to get here. So I think it's still going to be limping along for the next couple of days. If we want to go and try and find her and ensure her safe journey, we can try and take the Chimera. But
we should probably gather resources to fix it. So when it arrives, we start the preparations and the repairs right away.
Agreed. It's a very good decision. I think that we should have something to eat first. What do you guys think?
Priorities. I
Yes.
agree.
I'm starving.
Food is probably a good idea. Also, wasn't there the thing with Uzo's patron before we jump in?
There was Warren. Do you remember, or would you like me to?
Please refresh my memory.
Anyone else want to refresh our memories?
I got this,
was
'cause
not
I
there,
don't.
So I step back and defer
Well,
to Bo.
I don't remember.
Both me and Bo
Yeah,
were there,
yeah.
and we were transported instantaneously. But it was basically be nice, right? Listen to them and be nice was what we walked away with. Let me know if I'm forgetting something else. That's
Pretty much it.
for the floweriness of the podcast recap. Someone else, please explain better.
No, that was
essentially that was it. It was you fucked up again.
Again,
Again.
we are standing here while you are sitting in a cage. We are survivors.
only because of his gifts, though. Just saying.
Bad boss. Bad boss.
So I guess as we walk to the docks, in the event of like walking to the docks, walking past the dead bodies, Uzo reactively, jokingly kind of nicks his foot on one of the corpses he steps over, and he jokingly says, "Why don't you get out of my way?" And he hears back a voice in his head say, "Because I can't move, you've killed me." And Uzo stops in his tracks, frozen. Rakus, did you say something?
That's no. When I speak, you'll know it. And I get overly defensive. If you want to tune me out, you can.
Easy, Ruckus. Easy. Didn't mean any offense. You all right, Uzo? I didn't hear anything.
And at that point, Uzo, you start to hear other cries of pain. Of you looking over, you see a charred corpse that is just, it's not saying anything, but it is just.
Uzo pulls his spear out and kind of gets in attack position. Says, "What illusion is this?" As he points in that direction, wondering if anybody else sees.
I draw my sword again.
Uzo, what's
And-
wrong?
You hear
Fine.
it from across the beach. Another shout. And then another. And another.
What?
Until
What?
they all start going, you.
Uzo.
What? Remy, what do we do?
What do you mean, what do we do? Have you gone mad? What's going on?
Yeah, you're weirding even
The-
me out.
The voices of the slain are coming back to life. They're reanimating.
I'm gonna turn just like look hands out and be like, Uzo, no one is moving. No one is speaking.
You're right. It's best to double check. And I go to the nearest corpse, the charred one, and I stab it. Looks dead to me.
Uzo, right next to it. What is your name? As he asks the charred corpse.
Stavin.
Stalin?
Stavin.
Stavin. What is happening?
Uzo.
Are you speaking to a corpse?
Hey, and I'm actually going to step in and like step between him and the corpse and just like nose to sternum, basically just being like putting a hand up on his shoulder and be like, hey, look at me.
Yes.
What are you hearing?
These men. They are talking to me.
They're talking to you.
Do you not hear their cries for agony?
No.
This one told me its name.
Uzo.
Uzo's still kind of looking around as he hears you.
Just like reach up and cup his cheeks with both hands and force him to look at me.
Yes.
They're dead.
We have seen weirder things.
We have, but we've also we have seen animated dead, but these are not getting up. None of us can hear it. This sounds like a spell that I know of, but I've never known you to cast that.
What's...
Do you cast a spell?
Not that I know of. As he puts his spear back and he looks at his hands and he does detect magic, which I assume he doesn't see anything.
So you try, you do not see any magic.
He looks.
However, the voices have died down, so you no longer hear them.
As the voice dies down, Uzo kind of has a realization of making sense of what Andraste's talking about, and he calls, Stavin! What is in your pocket?
That's question 3.
Yep.
So he actually, so his head seems to actually kind of like turn towards you, almost like a creaking sound of as his skin scabs.
You guys are watching Uzo talk to air and then like distort his face as if he's seeing fucking a nightmare.
We see it turn as well, yeah?
Yeah.
I'd like back up a pace and look at it.
Okay.
That's fascinating.
Are some coins and a note.
Is he saying this or does Uzo hear it?
It's coming. Actually, let me read the spell.
What's the snap? What's the spell?
What's
speak with dead.
Whispers speak with dead.
Yeah, that's weird.
Allowing it to answer questions you pose. The corpse
semblance of life and intelligence of a corpse. So, yeah. So what it is, it is moving its mouth, and that's what you hear. So you see its lips move as well.
Is there anything in there that says if it doesn't have a head or something to speak that it cannot?
It needs to have a mouth.
There you
go. But Uzo hears it clearly and says, Remy, is there a note in Stavin's pocket?
There may have once been. What do you want?
Check it now.
There's kind of a lot of burned. He was in the fireball radius.
Yeah, yes, and his head just turned and he rattled something at us. So, has any more effect happened? Because I know that was question 3. Did he have any?
Yeah. So it was, what is your name? And then Stalin ? Let's do.
Okay.
Oh crap.
and what was in your pockets was 3. And it's just staring at Uzo, just eyes, well, burnt eyes, looking up at him, waiting for the other questions.
As I am a halfling and we are all stout of heart, I will go ahead and put my hand into this shambling corpse's body. Let's see. Here we go.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
Ooh, you get to roll.
Oh my god.
We're gonna use that inspiration right now.
I want to stare. If Remy seems like he's squirming, Ruckus is really staring at his face and capturing that memory.
Ruckus gets in position to watch it.
He's like, "Oh, this is great."
18.
Nice. So you reach in there. There's you pull out 3 gold coins and 2 silver coins, and the charred remains of a note in another pocket, but it's just crumbled. Like you kind of go to pull it out. It's just.
I go open it and just. Oh well. No, there's no note in his pocket.
Oh.
There was
a
note.
Once.
Are they talking to me?
Did you cast that spell? The Speak with Dead spell?
If I did, it was accidental.
Hold on. We just spoke with Dendar. And Dendar said that we would receive new gifts, his blessings. Could this be something new from Dendar to you?
Some blessing.
What are you talking about now? You can speak with the dead. I mean, I've only seen it happen once with Barnabas. That's amazing that you can do it. Now you can kill, and then we can talk to them after.
Yes.
Win-win.
And how exactly is that going to hold on your conscience?
Fairly well.
Not you.
Oh.
Yes, it depends on whom we have killed.
I am bothered by the fact that anyone, if Admiral Colton starts to talk to me after what I just did to him,
I imagine he wouldn't have much to say.
I'm gonna glance over at where the body got dumped into the chummed waters and be like, I don't think he has enough of a mouth to say anything.
Ruckus puts a hand on his back, and he goes, "Listen. Oh, sorry. Listen. If I were killed so ruthlessly as Colton by you, I would have nothing but respect for how you ruthlessly killed him with that spear.
It was impressive.
Take pride in it.
Is this some sort of sick joke to curb my killing, making me hear the voices of those vanquished? I get it, okay?
Do you?
No, I don't, but stop with the gifts. No, don't even give me gifts that I can appreciate and use.
Uzo, we'll go and have breakfast in a moment, but this makes me think of something here. If Dendar has cursed you with this now, that you must speak with those you have vanquished, perhaps it is a lesson. You see, I heard an eldritch blast go off before they sent the fireball to the ship. I heard your eldritch blast go off. So, what we need to figure out is what happened. We were to go and have a meeting, and you were to make sure they didn't do anything. Did they attack us?
I gave them a command. Don't move. I saw him standing over the corpse, using magic. Now, I could have easily have assumed that he was healing and curing his partner. But I gave specific orders, do not move. Yes,
No.
I fired first. I wish it did not result in this, and if you ask me, they overreacted.
I don't know. I mean, so what I gather is you did you kill somebody, or did you just harm them?
From the ship, he looked dead, but he probably fell under my blast.
Well, I am very glad to have you on our side. I'm very glad that you were protecting us and making sure that no funny business happened. Perhaps a warning shot that didn't kill would have sufficed to make the point. I only say this because I nearly died. Again.
Okay,
And,
it's not that hard to die.
That's correct. It's much harder not to die. We got to make it as hard as it is as possible to keep us from dying.
See what you did there?
Yes. So, thank you, Uzo, for being so vigilant. I respect your decision, and I'm glad that we all made it out. But in the future,
Remy,
perhaps there's some way we can change that.
my anger towards you at the ruckus situation should not change the fact that you can speak bluntly to me. I am not a child. You did not approve of my actions. They almost cost you your life. I prefer to hear that from you, and I
Very well.
appreciate it.
Very well. Thank you, Uzo. At the same time, thanks for having our back.
Looks to Andraste, Ruckus, and Remy. I am sorry. I am sorry.
You also saved us. And that's the truth. So thank you.
Well,
You do not want to hear my thoughts at this moment, but I'm going to go and get some food. Because I am tired, and I am hungry, and I am angry. And I'm going to go and deal with at least one of those problems.
Uzo nods in acknowledgement.
And she just heads up the hill, imagining that she'll find the tavern at some point.
I think that we'll all feel better once we've had something to eat. Yes,
Definitely a drink. I have my vote.
Very well. I find that once people eliminate the things that make them as ornery, perhaps they're more willing to speak and to be reasonable.
Fine. As Uzo starts to walk the beach towards the town, he gives the corpses a very wide berth, and he kind of whispers out loud, I guess, to Remy. Do they only speak when I ask them questions?
Oh, I don't know. It's my first time doing this. From what I recall, when I saw Barnabas do it, he cast the spell and then asked the questions. He only had a number of them that he could ask. Who was it that he did that to? Right bastard. What was his name?
Urstel Floxen.
That's the one, Urstel Floxen. Thank you, Kumara.
I am shocked that anyone remembers that.
I literally thought it was a narrow member.
Yes, the overweight man in black.
That's right. So, I think you have to ask it a question. Would you like to try again?
And Uzo's walking. He's like, "Can I ask any dead a question? Can I?"
I don't know. Only one way to find out.
Yeah, somebody pretty close to you here. It's actually the cleric. Goes, yes.
And Uzo jumps in one motion with his spear and slams it onto the cleric's chest as he kind of lets a hack and slams it down. And reaction. Don't tell Andraste about this.
Me? Or the corpse?
He puts the spear back. I think I engage it with a question. Let's get as far away from here as possible.
Yes. Capital idea. Shall we, Ruckus?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Drinks are on me.
Oh, you had me at drinks and you pay. Yeah, I knew you were going to pay.
That's actually all I said.
I will join you for a beverage.
Sounds good.
So you guys make your way into the village of Saltmarsh, and at this point, there are definitely villagers at their doors watching you pass. Barden is leading you the way, leading you to his establishment, and they're like, "What?" Everybody. It's just general confusion of what happened, and Barden is like, "We'll talk later. We'll get it all straightened out."
I think I actually activated Mitch McTortle to go deal with the villagers, right? Last game. I think I asked him to go and kind of smooth this over.
Okay.
Sounds familiar.
He slow and steadily got there.
Yeah, you pass him.
He's just now getting to the door.
He's chasing his
fast
tail.
for a turtle.
Yeah, he cast a ritual, so it was like 10 minutes.
Oh, him and his irony.
So you guys make it through town to a very well built and almost brand new establishment. It is 3 stories, which is far and away 1 story taller than anything else in this village, and larger and more ornate. And he comes in. You enter this large open tap room. There are tables. There's a very nice polished bar running the length, and there's 2 or 3 individuals in there. It definitely seems light for the amount of space. And they are eating, and he goes, and there's somebody at the tavern, or behind the bar. It's like, "Boss, you ready? You need something?" And he's like, drinks and breakfast for everybody."
No, thank you, Captain.
All right. Okay. So that gentleman is a medium build half elf, and he is long, dark hair, and looks like he can handle himself. You see a small dagger, or maybe it's a knife or something, but he heads back into the kitchen.
As I watch him move, do I notice any movements that might show any kind of skill?
I mean, he's definitely not a commoner. So
Okay.
he's got some skill with that.
As he's walking back in Thieves' Cant, I'll say, "I'll take your finest ale," and see if he responds.
He gives us, a slight chuckle. Will do, sure. And it's a weird set of words that he says, because with his accent, and he's like, it's like a subtle sly language, but it's like, "Oh yeah." It just sounds like it sounds a little off, but you get the meaning.
I turn to them and I just go, "I have no idea what that was about."
Who started it?
Is he dead as well?
No, but he likes to talk funny like me, so I appreciate that.
So Barden leads you into a back room, which is a little bit more private. There is a long rectangular table there with seats all around. He takes a seat at the head of the table and says, "Please sit down and relax in here. I'll have rooms prepared for you momentarily."
Very kind of you. Thank you.
I'll sit down at the other side of the table, opposite him.
Okay.
Uzo sits down and does a brief detect magic scan. Not hoping to ping anything, just kind of.
Barden has 2 rings, 1 on each finger, as well as a cloak. The cloak, you noticed he had put on when he got into the restaurant, into the restaurant. So he picked it up on his way back.
Oh, okay.
And kind of threw it on as he went inside.
And I kind of lean in to Remy and let him know that.
Captain, thank you for your hospitality. It is very good to see you alive and well.
You too, Remington. Sorry, that's no man. You too, Remington. Hey, Remington.
Remington.
Yes.
You too.
Thank you.
What have you? Sorry, what have you been doing? I mean, you said you were a bounty hunter?
I was a bounty hunter in Waterdeep for some time, trying to scrounge to survive out there. I actually got a contract to kill this one, right here. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, I wasn't very good.
Uzo just looks over.
I make a better captain, I promise you, than a bounty hunter. But I met him on that day in Waterdeep, that fateful day, it seems. We went to the Awning Portal Tavern to escape Colton's men who had come after us. You see, it was all a plot to suss me out. They would have me kill this man, and then they would kill me.
Uzo interrupts, says, I think they were banking on me doing their dirty work.
Yes, I bet you do. But fortunately, none of us died that day, and Colton was shown that he will not so easily take me. Then he made the mistake of returning again. He had put a price on my head. These here stood by me as I sent him off to his ship with his tail between his legs. And then I caught word he was after you. So
right.
I had always wanted a ship ever since I was exiled. I'm hoping now that I have my own ship that any pirates who wish to test their luck against Captain Slade Remington, I hope that they try and they get the fate of Mr. Colton.
And what is it you are doing with your ship?
Well, so far, coming here to save you. It's, we've been to a couple of islands, but only local. We found a map as we were exploring one, and we found Colton's, one of his ships that had been destroyed in his attempt to find you. Turns out he was looking for the map that we were able to get and followed it to you. So far, just coming to you and trying not to get it blown up too bad. It's harder than I remember.
Andraste just winces at that.
But
so, just a question, just kind of setting the scene. So, Andraste, when you walked off, you went into the tavern.
Yeah, and followed them into the room when I'm staying with the group because I don't like being separated too far from them, but I'm not saying a whole lot.
Gotcha. Copy that. I was about to get into what did you do?
Since
how
Remy's
about
paying, I got 2 mugs and I'm just following silently as well.
So at this point, the bartender comes in and he's comes in with 2 other individuals bringing in plates and pitchers, bringing things and setting things at the table. So boss, I'm gonna get ready for the other thing. It's like, all right. And he heads out.
Big plans today, Captain?
We gotta prepare. The ship is coming in. The next. Well, we're not really coming in. There's a party boat that's comes in every once in a while and docks.
A party boat.
Yeah. We may have to push them off because of the condition of the water for a bit. Give me one moment. I need to go tell Brandon that he should not be doing that. And he like gets up real quickly and goes down. He's like, Brandon, no boat. There's sharks in the water. Let's contact them and push them away. So you hear him just kind of yelling that out.
Captain, what if they have to make port? I mean, as far as I know, the closest port from here is Baldur's Gate, and that's a week out. Where else are they meant to go?
They have their own little private dock. Underneath their house, the cavern underneath there, and they pull in.
Sounds like quite the arrangement.
What does this island do?
I was going to ask because the men who we dispatched on the docks, who were holding you, what were they doing here?
Those were Captain Colton's men.
Those were Colton's. They came with that ship, the Chimera.
Yeah, they were here to kill him.
Okay. It seemed like the village had a rapport with them.
No, I can assure you they were pretty persuasive in their attempts to find me. You will see some people out there worse for wear. I don't think they were doing lethal damage, but they were making a point and trying to get to me, and well, they found me.
Are you and your staff okay?
Yeah, we're as far. I think I would have Brandon would have said something if they weren't okay.
Do you know, is there anyone who needs healing?
I'm sure that if there is, Mitch is taking care of them.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
And Uzo looks across. Andraste, it looks as if you could use some of your own medicine.
I'm fine.
How fine does she look?
Uzo looks to Remy.
She's about a third. She's about 2/3 down. So 22 out of 70, I believe. Yes.
Andraste, you look awful. Absolutely dreadful.
2/3 awful.
That's exactly the sort of thing that I like hearing. Thank you, Remy.
I'm just telling it to you straight here. You look terrible. I don't believe you. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You don't look fine. How's your magic? Do you have energy?
It's the oddest thing. I didn't. And then you two had your conversation or whatever just happened, and I can feel a little bit more power. And by a little bit, there's a couple things I haven't tapped into yet. It's interesting.
You should tap into some healing for yourself right now.
Are there villagers who are hurt, who are less able to handle themselves than I am?
There is a giant turtle out there taking care of that. If push comes to shove, I will grab said giant turtle and loose him on you.
I think I'm faster than him.
I don't want to have to find out, so will you just please heal yourself?
Are you going to stare at me until I do? Is that what we're doing?
Everyone at the table staring at you.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah. Rocky stopped eating,
like
and it's
biscuit.
noticeable.
Oh my God.
And Barton like cracks into a biscuit. It's like
Mouthful of food.
And I mean, Andraste's bright red and just fine.
Uzo's got like the mug to his face, and he's just kind of looking left to right, and just.
So, Captain, now that we've handled that, as I watch, sit there and wait for her to do it.
Just sitting there cross-armed staring back at you.
Took 10 minutes.
Right, let's get Mitch.
Slade Remington, I swear by the gods, I will just disappear into that forest and you will never see me again.
Remy's in trouble.
For what? Making you take care of yourself.
Yes. I am an adult.
Awful.
I can take care of myself.
Fine. Have it your way.
I
You heartless
appreciate-
bastard.
I turn to Barden
God damn
and
it,
I say,
I appreciate your concern, you ass.
captains, is always, the crew always listens. It's great.
I seem to remember similar conversations with you, Mr. Remington.
Okay.
Oh, really?
I have no idea to what
Back
you are
in.
referring, Captain. I have no idea whatsoever. I'm just gonna go. That's good. That's good. Where did you get that?
That's again from the club, the country club. Do you remember a name for that, Tiana? What?
They never named it.
So actually, it is the Onion House.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could go for some
Yeah.
onion beer. Hell
I
yeah.
would have called it Bar-a-Lago.
No, it's Onion House.
I figured
You
Mitch would
uncultured
spend a
swine.
lot of time there. I don't know.
They actually have this fantastic smoked beer that is they serve it, and the signature dish is this onion, which is deep fried, and it is outstanding and amazing.
Onion with the beer. Smoked beer.
Yeah, that is correct, sir.
That sounds amazing.
As they're having that conversation, Andraste just very casually like rests a hand on the back of her neck and casts Cure Wounds at 4th level. Very casually, not drawing attention as best as she can.
How much does she glow?
I mean, she was at 22. She's now at 49. She looks significantly better than she did.
And Uzo,
A quick burst of light.
Uzo, out of the corner of her eye, you just see like this glow come across. Andraste just glows as she casts healing magic.
Ujo like looks over, catching the glare, but then realizes what she's doing and trying to hide it. And he reaches across the table with his foot to touch Ruckus, essentially footsies with Ruckus.
Does he get Ruckus or does he get someone else?
Someone else.
Right. All right.
This is this is just a straight D20 roll.
5. Fuck.
Oh, I swear to God, he kicked me straight in the.
That's a D4. Barden, kind of, you hear
So
of like the chair.
once I
Exactly.
touch, I cast Awaken Mind just to like say, now's your chance to get healing for yourself. Thinking that I'm talking to Ruckus.
Right.
I'm playing footsies with Barton Thorn, but I'm looking at Ruckus.
Oh, and you see me eating furiously, like no thought has entered my mind.
I assure you I am fine. Thank you.
What? Apologies, as he puts his foot down.
And then you
Ruckus.
reach the other foot out and hit Ruckus.
Light kick Ruckus. Bink.
And then I stop eating food. And then I'll notice that, and then I'm going to go back to eating food. But I look like I'm aware that I'm just putting on a show to eat food. I'm also enjoying the food. Anyway, I answer back in my mind, what? What do you want? This guy.
Heal yourself.
Myself?
Get some healing. Andraste's doing healing now. Get some healing.
She's doing it. I don't want to interrupt her. She's doing a thing. She seems like she doesn't want attention.
Out of nowhere, Uzo just slams his mug down and gives Ruckus an angry stare.
Andraste almost jumps out of her chair because this came out of nowhere. She's like,
And I just go, gentlemen, manners, please.
Turkey leg slams right after you say on my end of things.
what are you
We
two
are-
arguing about?
Nothing. Ruckus wants to die.
Again.
As usual.
And I'm gonna look over at Ruckus. How does Ruckus look to me?
I'm locked in eye contact with Uzo right now. I mean,
You know what I'm
that's so
asking.
far.
He looks
Almost a
pretty
four.
much like you just looked.
Yeah,
Fantastic. I'm just
but
like
worse.
shake my head, reach over, put my hand on top of Ruckus's arm, and cast Cure Wounds at 5th level.
My
Because
God.
I have access to 5th level spells now.
Nice.
We're gods now.
Not
Uzo
yet.
breathes deeply as if he just
20.
had a conversation with a toddler.
Who hasn't eaten a full feast in his mind, he said. In forever. I don't know.
33 points of healing.
Okay.
Wah wah wee wah.
And that's the last of my spell slots for the day.
Oh my god.
I noticed that, and I look over at Andraste and notice she's looking much better. I say nothing.
Do I catch that look?
Perception check and with deception.
Oh no, I'm not trying to hide it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
We are
Seems-
just like
Dying
to give Thomas a card.
That is, God, 18 plus 9 is 27.
Yeah. Yeah, you can read him pretty well.
Oh, yeah. Like, let's look back at him.
I turn to Barden and I go, the food is really splendid. It has such great curative properties. Makes one feel much better as I look over at Andraste and wink.
She laughs without quite meaning to and just shakes her head. All right. Like food.
They're like 3 different subtextual conversations.
They
happening
really
at this
are. It's
table.
great.
Remington, may I speak with you privately outside?
Okay, yeah, of course.
Real quick.
Oh,
Excuse me, everyone. I'm sorry to be
I was
so
about to.
rude.
What?
Oh no, I think we're saying the same thing. I whisper to you, tap him, touch him.
And I put my hand on his shoulder as he gets up to go, and I go, should we be on guard? Do you need us to back you up?
I'm more safe now than I've ever been. Trust me, I think we're all fine. Thank you, though.
And that exchange happens for like half a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you kind of walk outside. He gestures you out, and he closes the door. And as you guys are looking at him, he gives you a weird look, and he shuts the door. He walks just a few feet further and leans over and is quiet. It's like, are these your offices?
And
they are morons, right? I mean, Andraste, no, but the other two morons.
I would not call them as such, Captain. I think that they are individuals who have proven their worth time and again, not just for the ship, but for myself personally. Ruckus has saved my life. Uzo has saved my life. And they will again, if I'm lucky, to maintain their company. I promise you this. Though they are unorthodox, that is exactly why we're called Irregulars. We are the Foxy Irregulars, Captain. And it is to them that you owe your life.
Wow. Morons.
And more off than on, I say. Yes.
Very well. Well, this tavern is at your disposal. I will get rooms prepared with haste.
Well, I mean, all in good time. All in good time, of course. I would like to speak with you privately at some point when you have some time.
All right. Maybe early afternoon. We can touch base.
Sounds good. Sounds good. We have no plans so far. We'd like to gather resources if we can. Our ship is to come in the next 2 days, so we'd like to be ready to fix it as much as we can while we're in port.
There are a few carpenters here. They're not shipbuilders, Wainwrights, or whatever you call them. However, they might be able to help swing a hammer.
Well, whatever can get us to Baldur's Gate, I'm sure there we'll have to do the bulk of repairs, but we'd like to get there sometime. Sales, I think, is going to be our main issue. You see that ours kind of burnt up unexpectedly.
Right. I see the Chimera had some damage there as well.
Yes, luckily Uzo, my first mate, was able to put some of that fire out before it spread too bad. Do you think there are reserves in the Chimera?
Potentially. I don't think that they had damaged any of their goods. Well,
we can
take an inventory.
Well, we'll have to inventory it. I'll get Andraste on that right away. She's our quartermaster. I'll get her right on that. And if we find some sails, maybe we can use them for the Irregular Phoenix, our ship, which I can't wait to show you. Yes,
Very well.
had a great big fox head on the front of it for the Irregular Phoenix. It's perfect. It's very us.
That is quite irregular.
And I don't mean to one-up you here, old boy, but our tavern has a ghost bartender, so you got to step up your work here.
Now, a ghost bartender, I may need to experience that. We used to have a haunted house up the hill there, about 10 miles away.
A haunted house, like truly haunted.
Turns out it wasn't haunted.
Thespians.
It was a base of a smuggling operation. The Onion Brigade came in and cleared it out. Miss Emma, is a leader of that group.
Is she about? The Onion Brigade. It'd be wonderful to meet another adventuring party.
I could maybe, I'll have someone send word. They're typically down at the house.
They own a house here?
Well, the haunted house, and it's also the base of the country club resort.
Oh, it's multi-purpose. Okay.
Yes.
a
halfling like yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that right?
A little bit more energetic.
Okay, well, I mean, I like energy.
He's totally gonna fuck it.
well, perhaps introductions. Perhaps introductions a little later then. Always happy to meet another halfling.
They also have some interesting people. The lizard folk man, Mitch, obviously, was part of the group as well.
Yes.
Some sort of air or wind individual.
The Genasi? Genocide? What are they?
I don't know, like an airbender or something like that.
I think you're talking nonsense. How do you bend air? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, it was a monk. I mean, they do crazy things. And then, of course, the Dalid gift. I mean,
I'm sorry, who?
Somewhere he's like, you've got someone's got my name wrong.
Say a gif.
No, he's a gnome. You know?
Oh, a gnome.
No. Yes.
We encountered a boatload of gif, actually, literally.
Were you a gnome, Warren?
No, Darlin was.
It was I forget.
Verdakin?
Oh yeah, some weird.
Whatever the Magic the Gathering race was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bilber was the gnome.
Yes.
Bilber.
Yes.
All right.
Bilber Rutabaga.
Well, they sound like lovely people, and we'd love to meet them. So if you can make introductions, I'd love that. We're always looking for more crew members, especially because we seem to lose some. Anyhow, then, what shall we do on this island then for the next couple of days?
Well, I mean, it's not an island. I mean, technically, yes, it is an island. It's
what shall we do on this large mass of land?
Well, you can relax. You could go golfing. You could visit the haunted house. You could. There's a weird guy that lives in the woods.
A weird guy that lives in the woods. And you like it here. You like it here.
Yeah. These people are very simple, and well.
After what happened to you, yeah. I don't blame you. How that must have felt to have most of your crew mutiny against you.
Yeah. I don't know. We could go. I don't know if I'd go fishing at the moment.
I mean, we've chummed the waters pretty well.
Right. For shark, for sure. We should actually probably make sure everybody is keeping guard because there are some other creatures.
Yeah.
That's frenzy as well. Yeah. It was a threat a little while ago, but the Onion Brigade took care of it.
You had told me that there was some what was that word
Sahagwin.
you? Sahagwin.
Yeah. Amphibian. Water people.
Right. I remember the legends, but they come here.
Well, they did. They took over the lizard folk, kind of their domain, trying to sink it. They were doing a ritual. You see, I don't know exactly who was involved in the ritual or what deity, but they were sinking that island and turning it into their own fortress.
And they're still at large.
Oh, they're not. No, the members of Saltmarsh and the surrounding community banded together and attacked them through a secret entrance that was found in the jail cells in the back, and we defeated the Sahagwin. Not everyone. I'm sure that some escaped and are adventuring or just looking to survive.
Well, I could use a vacation, and I think this is just the opportunity. Because God, people have been trying to kill us for a long time now. It's very frustrating. So I'm really looking forward to some time off. Is there a casino?
There is not actually a casino.
Okay, well you can think about that. Maybe a fourth floor for yours. You can have that. That's yours.
maybe a basement would be better.
Ooh, yeah, that's a better idea.
Secret entrance where you have to have a code to get in, or maybe do a stupid dance at the door if you don't know the code word.
Ooh, that's excellent. And you can change which kind of stupid dance they have to know.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And then we could do some sort of, I don't know, scrying portal or something, and everyone inside could watch those at the doorway doing the stupid dance. It would be very hilarious.
I like that. Entertainment. I like that. Excellent. Well, I'm sure you have work to do, and we'll talk later this afternoon. Yes.
Yes. Very well. Tell your friends that their rooms will be made almost immediately when they are ready to come out, and we will catch up this afternoon.
Sounds good. Thank you, Captain. It's good to be here. I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks.
And he puts his hand on your shoulder, and just kind of looks down at you and is like, "Thank you. You saved my life. This is the second time you saved my life, so thank you."
I hope to always be there when it needs saving. Yours is a life worth saving.
Thank you. Now make yourself at home.
Excellent. Start walking in and just taking off my clothes. No, I'm just kidding.
And he walks right away to the bar and grabs keys off of a thing and sets them out on the table. And says, "Brandon, those are for our guests there. Make sure that they have anything they need taken care of." "All right, sir. Yep. Okay."
Excellent. And I walk back into the table room with them and see if there's any food left.
I mean, I polished off everything that's on my plate, but I didn't touch yours.
Uzo's mostly been drinking.
Yeah, a good, an unhealthy mix of the two for me.
I come in. Oh, all right. As I left you. So, how are you guys?
Amazing.
Well, we may be here for a little bit. We should check the Chimera for any provisions, anything that we could use from that ship to repair our own. They might have excess sails in the hold, something like that. We should definitely check its cargo and see what we can use.
Cool. How long's a little bit?
Uzo finishes his drink in a gulp at the thought of going back to the beach with the corpses.
So, when we left the Phoenix, we were thinking that that we were 2 days away from Saltmarsh, right? But we were also saying that it would be traveling at near quarter speed, maybe. It was limping, right? So we can expect it to be here in 7 days, maybe?
I thought it was 3. I thought we had discussed 3.
So I think it'll be between 3 and 5.
Okay.
You are not entirely sure. It's weather patterns. It's how the crew pushes, with the limited crew that they have, and the shape of the ship.
There is one possibility. If we can find some sails worth using, we might be able to sail on the Chimera to the Phoenix and provide them with whatever they need.
Us and what crew?
Well, we can see the villagers. I hear there's a group in town called the Onion Brigade, I believe.
What a weird name for a group.
The point is, we know how to sail, and we could sail our ship with 10 strong. So if we get a couple more, we can make it happen. I mean, it's a suggestion. I'm worried about the ship.
I think the ship is in capable hands. I worry about us. The reason why we needed to get here so hastily was to save someone close to you. That urgency has been removed, and we still need to find clues to free Denda, to free my patron. I think we have earned a bit of rest.
I was thinking the same. I was actually discussing it with Captain Thorne. Apparently, this island is full of all sorts of wonderful distractions. There's a haunted house. There may even be some Sahagwin, I think is what they're called. I forget. They're like fish and shark people.
Shark people, haunted houses. I just said rest, Remy, not another adventure.
I'm sorry, it's all we know. You're right. We should take it easy, spend some time.
Give me one night, please. One long night in a bed.
Well, if it's one night you're looking for...
Not with you. What is that?
Fine. What? As I put away my rolled up, tools for smoking herb, I put those away. That's fine.
Not so hasty. You are on the right path, but be more explicit.
Well, I was thinking as I open up the leather that I keep it in and opening it up, I was thinking that we should make it one heck of a night. We're on vacation. If that's the case, let's take a little time and enjoy ourselves for a night.
Is there any possibility with this that we wake up in the forest naked again?
It's herb, not mushrooms.
Hold on, he's not wrong. Yes, there is that possibility. However, we'll have much more control over it. So you'll only end up naked in the forest if you wish it.
Oh.
Noted. Thank you.
Just being real.
Uso doesn't think he's going to get any rest.
It will be fine. Myself, I'm going to get my room, see it, and then we can see what this country club has to offer. What amenities there are. You guys spent your time coming here, risking your lives for me, for my cause, for my captain. And for that, everything is on me, except for whatever Ruckus wants, because I don't trust you.
To our lives and then some.
I appreciate that, and I will probably take you up on that to a certain extent, but I see a very nice forest over there, and I think I'd like to spend a day or two out there.
How safe is it?
I don't know. Haven't explored it yet.
Want one or 6 animals to accompany you for a day or two?
I have lived alone in the forest for 5 years.
In a forest,
If something out there can kill me, I probably deserve it.
If something out there can kill you, damn, I have to meet it and avenge you.
Yeah. Uzo's got his mug up again, and he's like burning a hole in Remy's eyes. Like Tell her this is a bad idea.
And I say, well, I mean, you are capable. You're an adult. You do as you wish. We're on vacation. We do need a way to contact you.
I mean, I'm able to send across. I'm able to send messages across dimensions if I need to. If I need you, I'll call.
I know that you are probably not happy with me, but I would be remiss and I would not sleep well at night. And I think he agrees with me, but can Baga accompany you into the forest? He will come directly to us if something should go wrong with you.
If something goes wrong with me, I can call for help faster than he can get to you.
No, I think Baga should go with you.
I think that is a no, Baga, but it's not malicious.
I think it might be good to have a friend with you.
If he would like to accompany me, he is welcome to. And I'm not just going to disappear into the forest, regardless of what idle threats I might make. If you really need me, I won't be far from the town. You can come out and shout and I'll hear you.
I am not worried about that, Andraste. I am worried about you. And given everything that's just transpired, I do feel a bit of extra guilt at your needing isolation. Not that it is on you to help appease that for me,
It's not
but
just
I
you.
want to do this for you.
Well, and it's not just you either. There has been a lot. There's been a lot. And I need to I'm not easy in cities or villages at the best of time, and this is not the best of times. And it's everything. It's everything from Ruckus dying to the gift ship and everything that transpired with that. It's everything that just happened in the dock. It's everything. It's a lot, and I'm tired. And I need to be in the forest, going hunting for a little while to just be me again. But I promise I'll come back.
Uzo just stares into his mug, but nods.
Worry not, Uzo. She can take care of herself, and if she needs us, she knows where we are and how to reach us.
But I will stay tonight because I heard promise of a hell of a party, and I would like to participate in that.
I think that's excellent.
Ruckus throws an arm around you and goes, "There we go."
Like rocks her to the side. You're just like, okay, you are so much stronger than I am.
And much more drunk. Like, fix one of them.
Shall we have a look at our rooms? What do you think?
That sounds like an excellent idea.
I'll sleep wherever, but yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Right. So you guys head out. Keys are waiting there for you. Brandon is like, your keys. Choose your rooms. They're all our best rooms. They're all yours, and hands them out to you as you pass. Third floor, up the stairs. It's all third floor is all yours.
Thank you so
Excellent.
much.
Yep. If you need anything, there's a string that is near the door. It will ring down here, and someone will come up and attend to you.
Brilliant.
Thank you
Brilliant.
so much. Oh, I do have one quick question before I go see my room. Is there anyone in town that I might be able to get medicinal herbs from?
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. Our very own general store here, Magrid, runs. She has the best collection of herbs and spice cookies. Honestly, spice cookies are amazing. You should try them.
I will have to have a word with her.
And although, depending on the day, Emma buys most of them out from her, so be sure to try and
Get there before she does.
Get there before Emma.
I'm interested in a different kind of herb. Is there anything native to this area?
Cannabis.
He's gonna
So
insight check. He's like, I'm sure there are, sir. Yeah, check with Magrid. She may have something like that too.
Magrid, excellent.
Magrid, yeah.
Bagrid with a B?
Magrid
with an M.
Magrid.
Magrid. Oh, M as in Magrid. Okay, thank you.
Yes, it's Magrid.
Oh, with a T.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, this is one of my NPCs he's using.
So third floor.
Third floor. Thank you, Brandon.
He's just like, get the fuck out of here.
Zen nods, walks up.
So you guys head up the stairs. You went to your rooms. They are very well apportioned. Appointed. There is the word.
Room.
They're also well proportioned. Hello.
It's a girthy room. Yeah.
Oh.
That's right. Give me the measurements.
It's magnificent.
20 by 20 with a very nice bed, canopy bed, and a sitting chair, 2 sitting chairs. Anyway, so a place to relax, place to sleep, small desk for writing. You see a pad of paper and a quill and ink there as well. It's nice, very nice.
Is there a bathtub?
I was literally about to ask the same thing.
So I will say there are 2 bathing rooms at the end of the hallway that you can have access to.
Cool.
I look at
so
that. I look at my clothes, and I'm just completely bloodied and stained. And I'm like, I wish there was some way to fix this. But I'm not giving up Booming Blade.
Fair. I understand that entirely. Yeah, I'm gonna put my stuff down in the room and then explore around a little bit and find the bathing rooms and be like,
Okay. Yeah, so you find those. You actually see there is a contraption that is built. You walk in and there are instructions in 3 languages, in Common, Elvish, and Dwarvish.
I can read all 3 of them.
And it explains that there is knobs that you turn to get hot water and cold water into the bathtub, and you see piping and tubes running all over the place. It's definitely a Dalit manufactured thing.
Yay! Yeah, there's no way I'm turning down a hot bath. I'm gonna immediately start playing with the taps and figuring them out.
Yeah, so you figure that out, and it starts filling up the tub with water.
Uzo goes out of his room and sees one open door and the other one closed, assuming that it's occupied, and walks to the other one. He kind of knocks on the pipes and just scratches his head. Okay. Yeah. And he turns
you hear
on.
Running water coming from the room next to you.
Okay. And he eventually figures it out enough to fill it up and get lukewarm water. He takes his clothes off and he uses Dark Shard to cast Prestidigitation on the clothes he clumps together to clean them.
Within a 1 foot square.
Within a 1 foot square. I could fit what I have on within a 1 foot square.
Yeah.
So it totally makes sense. All right. And so he has clean clothes to get out of when he gets out of the shower, but he's just gonna chillax. Nice. Yeah.
Okay. So I think we're going to take a quick break right now. We're going to do this giveaway for the Gale Force 9 deck. This is #chaos in the chat. Let me just make sure the Nightbot is up and is not crashed yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Not whether or not it's crashed, whether it's crashed yet.
Also, when you do Prestidigitation, it also starches your clothes for you, so no wrinkles.
Nice. All right. So we're gonna go take a break, use the restroom, and we will be back in just a little bit. So please enter, and you will win momentarily.
#chaos.
#chaos.
#chaos. Do it.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Congratulations to Yanaril for winning a Gale Force 9 deck of your choice. We'll whisper to you, get back to us. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube, !YouTube in the chat, or youtube.com/questchaos. We should put links on our website, so we will do that as well.
Figure it out.
Is it Quest Chaos?
We'll get there.
It's the first thing you do with a website. You're like, here's my website, and here's my links to social media.
Yeah.
Good joke, Bo.
I've never noticed that.
You never noticed that it's Quest. Oh, okay.
Because I type Quest and it shows. I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
I guess I've had to know that because I do the intros and outros. So I've said it like 50 billion times at this point.
So
right.
So I mean, and it's one of those things where there might be a way for me to change that, but doing so, I might delete everything on the channel.
Let's not do that.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
So
I think we talked about
The answer
that.
to that, mate.
Yeah,
And it would
if
be
there was
fine,
only- if we had an inside source that could just.
That
I
could
think
be
it
the
could
answer.
be fine, but I think we settled on like we don't really know, so let's not risk it.
So yeah, be sure to subscribe. It's great. Looking at the metrics that we're looking at are really interesting and cool in that people that are not subscribed to the channel watch our board games, and people that are subscribed to the channel watch our RPGs.
Interesting.
I mean, in like the top videos. I'm sure that there are non-subscribed people that watch our RPGs as well, but it's interesting to see that breakdown.
That is really interesting.
Gloomhaven, 6 of the top 10 videos on YouTube.
Wow.
Really?
This is my shocked face.
Right. Followed
Oh
by
my God.
in the middle of that are episode 1s of all of our RPGs. So that's the last quarter anyway. So, all right. So that's all there. I'm sure that our metrics and stuff like that will be a conversation for a future episode of the Untitled Podcast, which will be out tomorrow on YouTube. So you can check that out there, as well as Carbon 2185 tomorrow. All right. So it is nighttime. 2 of you are taking a bath. If all of you want to get stoned, you can do
stoned.
that.
Nighttime. Wait a second. Uzo's waterlogged then. His skin is starting to prune if he stayed in for that long. Uzo got out before nighttime and
We
just
were
kind of
having
milled
lunch.
around.
Oh,
That
that's
was
right.
lunch
Oh,
that
yeah.
we were
Oh
having.
yeah.
No, it was
morning, yeah.
breakfast.
That was
'cause
breakfast.
we-
That's
because
true,
we-
'cause
Right,
well,
yeah.
We
as the
attacked
sun
with
was
the
coming
dawn.
up.
Yeah.
We're like day drunk, right? We're day drunk.
All right. So
5 o'clock somewhere.
What?
Yes.
so you guys well, I'm assuming you eventually finish in the bathing rooms. Anyone else partaking?
In a
Or do
bath.
you guys we can speed through whatever you guys want to do until we hit nighttime. You guys have anything specific you want to do?
After I get out of the bath and make my way back to my room wrapped in a towel carrying my shit because I wasn't expecting those, and get dressed in clean clothes and everything, and I'm gonna go find the general store and talk to Margaret and see about getting medicinal herbs, because I'm not looking for like the greater stuff for like the potion of continuous heal. I just want stuff for regular healing potions, so that when I get back to my herbalism table, assuming things aren't completely broken.
You may want to look at purchasing an herbalism kit when you get there.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I mean, they're not that much, whatever the player's handbook says. So you freshen up. You leave the tavern. You notice that there are people are out and about now. They are. You look down towards the beach, and they have lined up a number of the bodies and have started to pull anything of value out of that and setting things aside. Looks like they're going to be sorting through that and figuring all of that stuff out. You see Mitch down there leading that charge.
Before you get into anything, I just want to get on the record that Uzo goes back to his room and he passes out for what he thinks is a nap, and it's going to be a long rest if nobody interrupts him.
All right, sounds good.
Got it in. All right.
Fair enough.
All right.
Well, hold on. When's the last time you long rested? Because technically, you can only
Shouldn't
do
count
those
if you're.
every
It shouldn't count if you're
24 hours.
hammered.
It was not long before we got to Salt Marsh.
Wait, weren't we short resting in groups? Like
No,
doing
You were
We
one.
long
resting
rested.
in groups.
Yeah, we long rested over that day.
Yeah, because Andraste was keeping watch because she only needs the 4 hours.
So technically, for a long rest, you still need the 4 hours of downtime.
Well, yes.
So you don't sleep as long as everyone else, but you still need the full 8 hours of downtime.
Well, yeah, but just like sitting there and steering the dinghy is not hugely strenuous because nothing happened.
Yeah. Wow.
Had anything happened, it would have interrupted, but she would have gotten her sleep.
Yeah, I only died the 3rd time. Like, come on.
Not that part.
Who went first? I think I managed the thing for. It doesn't work. Never mind.
So you're not going to get a long rest until the nighttime. You are free to sleep all day and all night, or you can take a short rest as a warlock. And
Short rest.
I have definitely short rested.
okay. So Tiana, Andraste, you make it to across town to Megritz. There are you pass a number of individuals that look at you as you pass, and some of them, give you a slight nod, and some say, "Thank you," as you are moving through town, and you arrive at this herb shop.
All right.
Can you describe what the herb shop looks like?
Sure. So the shop is your basic like general store that you would see in like a town square, although this is a town circle because it's too small to have an actual square. And it's like as you walk in, there's a little bell that jingles. There's herbs that are hanging down in bundles all around. There's a board with crystals on leather thongs that you wear around your neck. Just like it feels very kind of like a hoarding witch's house, but very warm and comfortable, and it smells of spice.
Very bohemian.
Yes, exactly, and that's very much the vibe that I was going through for with Margaret.
Welcome to the shop. Oh, it's so good to see another elf. Well, hello. It's
Hello.
So very nice to see you.
It's a pleasure. I'm Andraste.
Are you one of the heroes of the battle?
Well, I'm one of the people who came in and dealt with the people on that ship. I don't know if I'd go far enough to say hero, but I was part of that fight, yes. You're not there.
Oh my goodness. Welcome to my shop. I have many things you might find. I have some cookies. There is an individual here who buys so many cookies. She's not in here today.
I've heard of this Miss Emma, yes?
Yes, in fact, yes, that is the one. She runs the haunted house and golf course down the way.
That sounds like an incredible story. But I can smell the spice the spice of the cookies. That smells amazing. I would certainly love to get a few of those from you if I can.
Yes, very well. I can put some up. Anything else? What brings you into the shop?
Well, we did just come in from a very arduous sea journey, and well, I'm a cleric of Lyra, and we've been encountering a lot of issues lately, and I was wondering if you would have any medicinal herbs, and perhaps I know it's probably straining your resources a little bit, but an herbalism kit, perhaps.
Yes, we do have an herbalism kit. I have to pull it out at the back. Hold on, I will get some cookies and an herbalism kit. How much of the healing herbs did you need? Well, 20. So it's 25 gold pieces per potion's worth.
Okay. Per regular healing potion's worth?
Yes. Yeah.
How much for greater?
It would be half. So whatever Xanathars tells us greater healing potions are worth.
Those are always on a spectrum, apparently.
I know.
500.
I would say 500 is a decent price. I know superiors go for I think 1,500. So
They're spendy as hell.
Yeah, so a greater is 250, so it would be
there you go.
125. Superior is 2,500.
Oh, 2,500.
Yes,
goodness.
and a supreme is 25,000.
My goodness. I would like to get enough to make 4 greater healing potions.
All right, so
That would be
$500, 500 gold.
500 gold, yes. And then,
Dragons.
it's like 500 gold for the herbalism kit itself. 5 gold for the herbalism.
There it is, 5 gold.
5. I said 500 and I heard myself and went, nope, that's not right.
I was like, that's
It
it.
must be the greatest herbalism kit ever.
It's like an alchemy kit we borrowed from Dalid over in the other area. It's great.
At this point, the alchemy kit is built into like a full room.
I'm sure it is. That would be 505 gold for the lot.
Yep.
Okay. I actually have that because.
All right. And she throws in a dozen cookies just for free because you purchased a lot of stuff.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Do you spend much time in the woods around here?
Of course. Traveling out and gathering herbs and yeah.
Is it?
Do you have questions?
I was just wondering if it's relatively safe around here. I'm a wood elf and would very much like to go and spend some time in the woods to catch a breath. And I would like to be able to reassure my compatriots that I'm not going to die at the hands of some random bear.
I mean, there are certainly bear out there. If you go smart, you should not have a problem. There's also a Mr. Sam Fell out there, who is a gentleman who lives out in the woods. You may want to either make your presence known or avoid him altogether.
Fair enough. Is he a testy sort? Should I make a point of avoiding, or?
He doesn't get visitors much.
Fair enough.
I mean, there's a type of person that lives out in the woods by themselves.
Fair enough. She just like laughing to herself because for 5 years she was that person in the excellent. Thank you so much. You have more here than I dared to hope for, and I really appreciate it.
You wiped me out, but we've got ways of getting more now. So
thank you so much. I'm gonna carry my haul back to the again.
Nice.
And
okay.
as I'm passing the guys' rooms, I'm gonna like tap on them and drop off cookies on my way through.
All right, we're at about 30 minutes into your short rest.
Come on.
There's a knock at the door, and you're like, oh. You can choose to get up or just go right back to sleep.
Goes right back to sleep.
Cool.
There is no answer at Uzo's door.
I'll leave the cookies tied to the door handle in like a little handkerchief.
Do not disturb.
Like a sock.
But this
God.
I hear the knock at my door. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get up and I stumble to the door. I jump and get the knob. No.
It's like reach up.
All right, I stand up on tippy toes, reach up and open it up and just smoke. Andraste, hello.
Remy, hello. I come bearing cookies.
Do you really?
I do.
I would really love some cookies right now. That would be amazing.
I wonder why. And I'm actually going to give him like 4 of the spice cookies.
Would you like to come in and have some cookies with me?
I'd love to. Let me go set my things down and I'll come back.
Okay, I can't guarantee you they'll be here by the time you get back.
I'll hurry. So yeah, I'm going to go put my things down and come back with my cookies in hand.
All right. So yeah, you come back. Remy, how many of the cookies have you eaten?
How many did I get?
You got 4. So
I
I saved 2 for myself and left 3 more with Ruckus.
One is gone. The other is like currently being stuffed into my mouth. Marvelous.
Like tap on the door and let myself in.
Come in. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to my room.
Thank you. It's quite a lovely room.
You seem more chipper.
I just got some herbalism supplies, so
I meant to go get some of those as well. Did you know?
I think they're rather different herbalism supplies, but it'll be good to get my hands back into the mortar and pestle and work some more on healing potions, actually.
I believe we do need those. Actually, I think hold on a minute. And I go through and I pull out in my bag. I've got 1 healing potion. And I said, I've still got this. It's a great. It is great, isn't it?
I'm very glad to hear it. I got the supplies to make 4 more of those.
You're great. Don't hurt its feelings.
It's bloody fantastic, Remy.
Thank you. So, my plan for the day, I'm just gonna kind of this. I was thinking of going for a walk, actually.
Do you want company?
I think it'd be nice. You have to partake, though. It can't just be me being
right.
all
Yeah,
right.
good.
Nature
Yeah.
walks are the best. Here we are. And I fix up a nice little bowl for her, and we do that.
Mm-hmm.
You good? You good? You good?
Good, real good.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
To nature.
Quite.
All right. So before you guys head out on your walk, let's go back in time. See what happens when Andraste leaves cookies for Ruckus.
Right. We'll say that happened first. Sorry.
Yeah,
Tap, tap,
we'll
tap.
say that. And actually, I don't know. And that might happen now. Might be better.
Okay.
As morning drunk.
Let's go to the walk. No.
I'm gonna drop off some cookies for Ruckus.
Okay. That'd be good.
Yeah, he'll like them. Tap, tap, tap.
What the hell? Who is it? And you kind of hear him climbing out of the bathtub.
It's the herb fairy.
Oh yeah, and then you hear him slide out of the bathtub even more frantically. But it's an empty bathtub, is what it sounds like.
Okay.
I just passed out in it.
It's Andraste and Remy.
Hold on, I gotta. And then he comes to the door, and we have not removed our armor yet. We still have.
No,
Yeah,
we
okay,
have.
never mind.
No.
We have.
Mitch did it.
Yeah.
The turtle did it.
Right.
He just
Yeah.
fell.
Okay, good. Then yes, I do show up in a t-shirt and boxers.
There it is.
Hold on. And the bag's at my hip, and now I open it in front of them that they've already seen.
No. We cookies.
I'm about to open it right in front of.
Don't.
Anyone wants to stop my hand, but it's opening.
I'm gonna
It's
grab his
opening.
hand.
I'm sorry, I have disadvantage on dex saves.
So are you trying to put the armor on?
I'm trying to open the bag, but I'm drunk, so yes.
No,
Okay.
don't do that.
Drunkenly, yeah, it's morning drunk.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
smell
So
it.
I would
That was not what that pause was about, mate.
I would like Andraste and Ruckus to give me dexterity checks.
Okay.
Come on, 1.
It's a small window. Okay, there you go. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
19.
Plus nothing.
Yeah, I got a 12.
Okay.
Really?
So, yeah, he's way quicker than you are, and just opens up the bag, and the armor jumps onto you.
Onto me.
No, onto
Okay.
Ruckus.
That would be fun.
I'm a little slow to react to it. It happens, and I go, "Whoa! Why did you do that, Ruckus?"
You love herb. You're on it. I know you're urban right now.
You can smell it. You know you can smell it.
I'm just gonna shake my head, hand him cookies. We're going for a walk.
Oh my god, cookies.
Enjoy cookies.
I rolled you this.
Don't eat it.
Oh my god, plant sticks. Thank you. You know I will. Kicks the door shut. And the only thing I want to do on the other side of the door is they hear a sneeze. And what the hell? And that's it.
Let's leave this.
Good question.
I think the forest calls. Let's go for a walk.
Yeah, I could use a walk after that.
All right. So the two of you head out, and it's not much later than when you were just out. Maybe an hour max.
Mm-hmm.
And people are still out. You see them still down at the beach, and others milling about. And you hang a right and head off, walking around. Anywhere particular you want to head?
I'm looking to walk around the square or around the island just to kind of understand what caused Barden Thorn to stay. So I just want to see the place. Yeah, I just want to see the place, and I'm just kind of thinking about what's special about this place.
So you get the sense that right now everything is very intense, and you know there are people that are moving about pretty quickly. You don't. I mean, it's quaint, yeah, but there's a lot of activity, so you don't know if you could see the charm right now,
Mm-hmm.
just because of what just transpired.
Looking at the villagers that are out there, what kind of reactions do I see?
You see a lot of stares, some again some nods, some waves as the two of you go by. As you walk past people that are closer, they go, oh, thank you so much for what you've done. We appreciate saving us.
They died, and we Andraste, are you all right?
I'm all right, thank you.
Yeah. Can you believe it? I mean, pulling us out of our homes in the middle of the night, looking for Barden? It's crazy.
Some people will go to extraordinary lengths to find other people, and we were glad that we were able to be here and be of assistance.
Well, thank you. I mean, if you hadn't shown up in time, Mr. Thorne would probably not be with us. So thank you.
That's what I told him.
This is definitely not a conversation I would want to have high.
Exactly. like it's real bad.
And that would be a tremendous loss in the world. So I'm glad we were able to be here.
Right. Thank you.
There was a lot of blood. Uzo, he broke his finger.
Just like gently put a hand on Remy's shoulder and steer him.
We saw what happened. So
that's a sentence with like 5 layers of subtext.
This has gone from a good high to a bad high. Let's just keep walking. Yes, I'm just Let's try and find our way to the forest or something.
Yeah, so you guys kind of veer your way to the edge of town rather than the town square. And at that point, you start to see the charm, right? The noise of what is happening on the beach fades away. You just hear sounds of the forest and, quietness of a small town as you walk on the edges. And you imagine now that is what the entire town is like almost all the time. It is slow, relaxed, easygoing. And you guys,
like a breeze goes by, I feel that.
Yeah.
And hearing the sounds of the forest, Andraste's shoulders just relax for the first time in a long time.
And then you hear like squirrels like fighting each other, chasing each other.
And I just go, hey, killing my buzz. Andraste, do you feel how peaceful this is now?
I do.
Your people avenged. My captain avenged.
And saved.
And saved. But he's not the man I remember. He's not the pirate. I suddenly perk up and go, bless you, Uzo.
I muted, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you did. You did.
We all saw it, but no one heard anything. I mean, I suppose there comes a point where you get tired of the fighting and tired of even the adventure of it all and want something quieter.
This does feel nice. It's the first time I've been able to relax since I can't even think. It's the first time I'm using this recreationally in a long time.
Yeah.
I really like it here.
It's beautiful.
Would you mind if I joined you in the woods just for a bit? I don't have to stay. I know you want your solitude, but I'd like to see it.
I would welcome you.
Yes?
Yes. It's not so much the solitude that I need. I am a social person. But this, what you're feeling right now, this, with the warm wind and the birds singing and the squirrels fighting over there, and it smells different than my forests because I can smell the sea here, but this feels like home, and that's what I need more than solitude. I need this connection back to the earth.
I would be honored to join you for a bit. See the forest through your eyes.
You're more than welcome. I'll even show you how to hunt if you like.
Maybe when I sober up a bit.
Fair. Yes, definitely.
Well then, lead the way.
Right this way, Sir Halfling.
Thank you.
So are you now going into the woods?
No, just wandering around the edges of the village. I would very much like it if our path could lead up to like one of the sea cliff faces and just like be looking out at the sea, away from the beach, but the sea.
Okay.
Like pointed in the direction of the haunted house more than the carnage on the beach, because damn it, I'm not gonna let that harsh my vibe.
Gotcha. Okay, so you guys make your way around then the south portion of town, and you do get to that area, a cliff inlet there, and then down the way, you know that's where the haunted house is. You do know that if you kind of went like 20 paces that way and looked down, that's the beach.
Mm-hmm.
But you're at least here and you see this, inlet. There is a small little beach. Give me perception checks. That disadvantage both of you.
Why do I even roll?
All right, so it's 11 for the first one, 7 for the second.
So you guys are just totally abandoned roll 20. Oh, there we go.
Yes, I've abandoned roll 20 because it's much faster that way. It's 16.
I'm enjoying this.
All right. So looking down, you actually you see two figures towards the end, and then they just kind of duck around, kind of like, and then you see their footsteps, and they have moved on south.
What kind of figures do they look like to me?
Human type figures.
I got a 4, so I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
I love it here.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. What a lovely view.
There were people down there.
Your people down there.
No, not those people over there.
What do you mean?
People who seemed fairly furtive.
Okay. Basically, where you're going, I'm following. So just, lead the way.
We'll like look at the cliff and be like, did anything about that? Like they ducked out and then ducked back in. Did anything about that?
No. By the time you saw them, they were rounding a corner.
So there were two people like walking that direction. Okay.
Yeah. Two people walking on the beach, rounded a corner.
Okay. Sorry, you made it sound like they had ducked out and ducked back in.
Correct. Yeah, that is not the case. Two people walking and rounded a corner, but you were high, so you did. Maybe they did. Maybe they. Oh my God! Did they see you?
You follow two lovers into a cave where they're in the throes of passion.
Nope.
You know, 9.7 actually out of 10. Well done. No. He would rate it. Sorry, go on.
No, I'm just gonna like stand there on the edge and just breathe in the salt air. Just.
Yeah, it's an interesting sensation, one that you have kind of not as comforting as the forest, but a little bit more comforting than it was just a few weeks ago.
I would say it's very comforting for Remy, being the salt air of the sea. Did you smell that, Andraste?
I do.
That is the smell of adventure. Adventure is what that is. And that's what we do. And that's what I used to do with Button Thorn, and now he doesn't do that anymore. And he settled down. I should talk to David.
Yeah?
I think so. Don't you?
I mean, if you like.
He'll probably tell me why Barton Thorn chose to stay here. Why he gave up his swashbuckling ways.
Is it really very, very complicated? Do you think?
I'm just afraid that... I don't know. For myself, am I going to grow complacent? Am I going to not want to adventure and sail the sea and brutally murder mutineers?
I don't know if it's growing complacent necessarily. I think it's finding the adventure in the small things in life and recognizing that there's a great big wide world out there, but sometimes you just want your little plot with a garden and the sound of the sea and rest.
At least he still has the smell of the sea.
I mean, I haven't been on the sea for very long, but it seems like an exhausting endeavor to be out there all the time. And maybe it's not always as frenetic as what we've been encountering.
It is effort well spent, is what it is. At least to me.
And if that's where your heart is, then that's where you should be. Maybe his heart just isn't in the sea anymore.
Well,
I mean, I don't know the man. I can't begin to guess. But after being deposed by mutineers and thrown off the one thing that you know and love, I imagine it'd be restful to come to in some place like this and find acceptance and love.
Am I a fool to have come here and figured I was here to save this captain, return his ship to him, maybe sail together once again? It's Remy the Fox, yet again, proven how short-sighted he is.
No,
And foolhardy.
Remy, you saved the life of a good man.
We did.
We did.
That's true.
Absolutely. And having met him, I can absolutely see why you admire and respect him so much. We saved a good life and removed someone who shouldn't be on the sea. I think we did a very good job. That was not a fool's errand.
I'm not questioning saving his life, but I'm more questioning my motives, I guess. Of course I want to save his life, I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You wanted it to be the way that it was.
Well, out there, both of us, yes. I'd been working for it for so long to get a ship and rejoin my captain, take my place on the high seas. But there's no reason I can't still do that.
Exactly. With us at your side.
Yes, if Uzo doesn't get us killed.
You had to remind me when I was very pleasantly high and happy. Thank you.
You know what? I was right in what I said. He saved us as well.
We wouldn't have needed saving if he hadn't blasted that person.
Now, there is no guarantee of that. We didn't know what that crew was going to do. We could have still been in danger. Uzo did what he thought was best. Yes, I think it was a little foolhardy, but you know what? He acted in the best interest of us, in his mind. And there's no guarantee that it wouldn't have ended the same way.
That's true. But there is a difference between dealing with a threat and dropping a fireball into a cache of gunpowder.
Too soon. Ouch, that hurt me.
I was the one who did it. I'm not allowed to make the joke.
I'm sorry. That ship, all the holes, the leg.
All those people.
Anyhow,
Yes.
I guess I can see why getting away from all that and settling down in a place like this would be
Attractive.
Yes.
I don't necessarily fault Uzo for what he did. I can see where he's coming from with it. But I can also say, because the person out there was a cleric, that if it were me out there and we had all just been laid low and there was a temporary truce, of course I would go and heal any of you who were that badly damaged. He was doing what I would have done. And I suppose it's hard for me to have anything but sympathy for that, even though I had to help kill him.
It was a most unfortunate situation. I tried to stop them. It nearly cost me my life. I tried to stop them.
I saw you there.
They were resolute. That much I can tell you.
They were dealing with a threat that had just taken over their ship. Makes sense.
Unfortunate situation.
all around.
I'm glad to hear you say that. 'Cause that was exactly what it was. And the point is we got out of it.
We did. But at a higher cost than I would have wanted to pay.
I agree.
But we made it through, and that's, I suppose, the important part.
And next we go into the devil's own lair, Baldur's Gate.
Yes. And this won't be the last cleric that we fight, I can almost guarantee it.
We fought one before, I think. Dark priests and all that.
Yes, and held our own, for the most part. That being said, we're stronger now, but I'm sure they are fairly strong as well, and we're walking into their lair.
It is cunning that will get us through this, I think.
And that, I think, is something that needs to be discussed with Uzo. And Ruckus, both of them.
Yes, Ruckus does tend to take up a lot of space.
He kicks doors first and asks questions later, and that's not going to be what will save us.
I agree. But for the time being, I'm glad we have some time to relax.
Me too. It is desperately needed.
Thank you for walking with me and being there for me to just unload everything.
Reach down and just like put a hand on his shoulder, like rub my thumb up along his shoulder blade gently. Just be like, I'm not going anywhere, Remy.
Good, because you're the one who has to see to it that we don't go anywhere. So thank you for healing yourself earlier today. Why is it such a struggle? No, we don't have to get into this now, but it's coming, okay?
My power is not necessarily for me. The point of it, what I was told when it was given to me, was that I would help other people, that I would save other people, that I would keep them from, well, and using it on myself when other people are hurt feels selfish to the nth degree.
Look, we've had this discussion many times. It's okay. I'm not going to push it. All I'm going to say is that it's okay. I just want to be prepared. We can't lose you. So if you insist, let's be as prepared as we can be. I spoke with Dendar, and Uzo spoke with Dendar at the same time. We are to go to hell.
Which one?
I don't know, but that is where we are going. We're going to have to be ready. We're going to have to make sure you're alive to get us there. That's all I'm saying. We love you. I love you.
I love you too. And I have less than no intention of going anywhere.
Good. Really put me off if you did.
I will try to be more careful. Try to avoid fireballs that are being thrown at me.
And take it easy on Uzo. As easy as you can.
You know me. I'm blunt to a fault. That's why I'm trying to just not talk to him right now.
As I said, he was there. He did what he thought was best.
And wisdom agrees with you. But wisdom and emotion don't always talk to each other, do they?
I only have the one of those, so.
As someone who is reasonably well versed in both, there are days when they flat out argue, and it's, well. Anyway, I will try.
Good. In that case, let's go back to the tavern. Don't you think?
Let's go.
Excellent. I could use some more drink.
So while you guys are out, along that time, I guess Uzo wakes up and wants to walk outside, but puts an ear to Ruckus's door. Totally misses his cookies, by the way. Puts an ear to Ruckus's door and says, "Like, what is Ruckus? What does he hear?"
From my perspective, you hear a bunch of giggling, like, "Oh my god, you are kidding! What? Oh my goodness! I'm gonna try again.
Uzo was motioning to knock and then decides against it and just kind of cringes his face up, disgusted. My god, Ruckus. And walks downstairs outside and is kind of like taking in the air of the market and like the hustle and bustle. He walks to kind of like a crowded area, but not really like trying to get attention, and he leans up against a door takes out his spear, which is kind of covered, leans on it, and ties the bandana around his eyes tightly to feel the pressure against his eyes, and kind of breathes in and leans against the spear, just sort of trying to take in a new city and the hustle and bustle from a perspective that he knows about, to just get a feel for what's happening there and what he hears and what's going on around him, because he still trusts that instinct a little bit more than his eyes.
All right. So you here's the interesting thing about your sight. You blindfold yourself, but you still kind of have that like spider sense sort of sight with your sound and the gifts that Tendar gave you. So you kind of let yourself reach out to the area around you, and you first start off. You make your way. Out. Go ahead.
I was gonna say like somewhere where I'm not like off on a off road. Like they would run into me on the way back.
Okay.
Gotcha. So you hear definitely there are whispers like you hear people like, did you hear about them pirates then? And interesting conversations between simple people, people that are just their lives are very much slower than Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Extras, totally.
Rutabaga.
Yeah. You hear talk. You hear a number of times like a question. Maybe like, I wonder where the Onion Brigade was. I wonder. I bet they were. I bet they have no idea what happened. Similar things. Like that. But you reach out and you get the sense that this is a very tight-knit community. Everybody knows each other. You hear people greeting first names all over the square, and everybody is conversing, or at least saying hello. Over the cliff, you do hear, commotion happening down by the ocean. There is stuff going on there. Above it all, that slow talking turtle. His voice seems to carry up over more than you would expect. And he seems to be leading the charge of organizing everything, preparing them for a burial, talking about digging a grave, and at least giving them some sort of peace. They're not just going to throw them in the ocean. There's also talk of stay away from the ocean. You sort of, your mind goes a little bit further and you're hearing, and you still hear like when in a fish hatchery, when they all can, it's just like, it's a frenzy out there still of, and they're like, stay away from the water.
Yep.
They're like, okay, who are we? Those people are gone. Forget them. These are the ones that we'll take care of. But that's pretty much what you hear.
Nothing of the nefarious side mission type.
Correct.
I'm not looking for that. It just
Yes.
It would catch his ear, but he definitely finds comfort in the fish hatchery ambient noise of the slower market.
Yeah. So definitely you get the sense of like, okay, so this is a super odd experience for all of these people, and they're kind of dealing it with the best way that they can. Right. That's that. And eventually, Andraste and Remy, you return to the tavern. Passing, you see Uzo kind of hanging out, blindfold on, and Uzo, you hear the familiar steps, the cadence of Remy and Andraste approaching.
Do they say anything, or do they just kind of walk by?
Yeah, Uzo. Hello.
Uzo. Ah, yes. Thought that it was you.
How
was the forest?
I mean, we didn't go in.
Oh.
We just walked around.
Very peaceful.
It was.
I was just trying to get a feel for the villagers and the town of Saltmarsh. It seems that we are the closest thing to excitement they've coped with in a very long time. But
they tried to thank me. I don't think it went well.
I don't know that their normal hero brigade, the Onion Group or something,
Bunions,
was around.
I think it was the Bunyan Brigade.
Something stupid like that.
I believe it was the Onion Brigade. I suspect that they're like jerk my chin in the direction of the haunted house. They may not have heard about it. The house is a fair ways out of town. They may not have heard that anything was going on.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, it really just happened, and we happened upon it. It's very lucky, actually, come to think of it, that we happened upon it when we did. Imagine if we had limped along with the Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. We would have been too late.
It's the truth. Sports. And you guys braved the open ocean on a dinghy for me.
I probably too much of a seafaring novice to know that was dangerous.
No, I laid it out. I said 50-50 chance.
Water is water for someone who can breathe in it.
That's true. That's true. Well, thank you for coming, even though it wasn't that difficult for you. So.
Uzo looks at you and he's like, are you still high?
What do you mean? Yes. It's only been how long has it been?
He doesn't say still because he doesn't really know.
It's been like an hour.
Yeah, it's been about an hour.
So he
it's
says,
only been 10 minutes.
And then he looks at Andraste.
Do not give me that judging look. I have had a very long couple of weeks.
Whatever we need to do to relax is not on me to judge. We headed back to the tavern.
Yeah, I was going to relax. I'm going to join Andraste in the forest for a bit. I don't know how long, but that's the plan. So that's what I'm doing. And you? Did you want to go see the haunted house? Maybe talk to dead people there.
I'm going to stay as far away from anything resembling corpses for a decent amount of time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fair.
Oh
Right.
man.
So you're going to just shelter in place. That's all.
Okay, so let's pause for just a moment. Ruckus, what is happening with you?
Jump cut back to when I closed the door after getting the cookies and the alcohol and waking up from the tub. I love my character.
You too. I'm very excited to hear what you've been giggling about.
I closed the door and they heard, what the hell? Like, because I figured something out. And honestly, is there a mirror in my room? This is kind of dependent on that.
In the bathroom, there certainly is.
Perfect. Then thinking the tub is very comfortable, I'm going to go back to the bathroom with the cookies and be like, oh, this is great. This is delicious. And then I kind of passively in my peripheral notice in the mirror, my hair looks like it's changed color, like almost the color of cookies. And I'm like, and that's when they hear, what the hell? What? And I'm starting to examine it. And I have drunkenly and unawarely used alter self on myself as level 9 spell. And I'm still eating cookies.
For the record, that is not a 9th level spell. He is level 9 and he is using his new spell.
That's the right wording.
What, a first level spell or second level spell?
You get it when you reach second level spells, but at first level, cast alter self.
You can't do that. If you get it when it's the second level, you have to use a second level slot.
Okay, then yes. Yeah, I did check that. Alter self to transform myself. And honestly, when Uzo pops up near the door, he kind of hears me going, oh my God, this is amazing. And that's what I'm figuring out. I'm not doing whatever you were thinking.
Because you weren't. And that was what made that moment even funnier, because I knew you weren't doing what we were all thinking you were doing, but I wanted to know what you were doing.
My mind, she reads it. And I love it. Okay.
I thought you were pulling different
with you
animals.
For a year and a half.
I thought you were pulling different animals out of the bags. Like, no, not that one.
Uzo thought you were pulling something.
Definitely an alternative.
Hey.
And right as until then, I'm kind of still drunkenly messing with that power. It lasts for an hour. And right when Uzo says, I do not want to see dead people anymore, I'm going to try and recreate one of the fallen members we just slain and jump out the front door and be like, team, look! Because I asked the bartender where they were. I went down the stairs, asked for them, and then I jumped up.
They're right. No, they're right outside.
Thank you. And then I'm transforming midway.
Uzo jumps and chokes you as he look out.
I draw Kumara.
Reflexively, he's like, look out. And he goes to...
Oh yeah, I mean he transforms not in the one you were talking to, no less. Like coming at you like scarred.
This is where you say the words roll initiative.
Yeah. So Uzo sees that something running towards him. He doesn't really realize it. It's like a slow motion turn, and then he remembers it's the charred body, and his like eyes go big and the pupils go really small. He's like, in his mind, the corpse is following him. So he leaps to meet the corpse, jumps and grabs, I guess, Ruckus by the neck and slams him against the wall and starts to squeeze.
Look, it's Meryl!
I've got Kumara right at his bollocks, like where they would be because he's charred.
You will die!
Can I perception to figure out what the hell's going on?
Right when he says that,
no,
I already have.
That has attacked Uzo.
But it came out of the tavern.
I swing. I would have to. That's exactly what would happen.
Wait, can I release the grip at all in that moment, or no? Is it just
is it alternate?
And
strength?
Well, if he's going
crotch.
to grapple, he gets a chance to contest.
Yeah. So we'll do opposed strength checks.
Oh, good.
1d20 plus 2.
Son of a
16. Yeah. Uzo is so hopped up on adrenaline that he's got you.
We'll inspire that.
Guys, look, it's me.
Aaron, I will second in inspiring that.
I won't.
I will inspire Warren. Oh no, see, I'll give him a D6. I'm gonna add a D6 to Warren from my stash. Speaking of which, a Panthrope. This was a while back. He donated 500 bits for the Andraste alliteration of the fairly furtive Andraste alliteration. Oh, nice. Anyway, I will use. No, well, that was to you guys. So you guys get another one.
Not even sure we're gonna need it. So you're spending 2 on Ruckus.
Aaron,
No. I'm going to spend 1 on.
You're gonna spend 1 on me.
Yeah.
D6.
They're spending 2 on Ruckus to re-roll it.
A full re-roll? Wait, I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I'm taking the full re-roll.
I am Switzerland.
15.
All right, roll it, Aaron. Roll it.
I am an Uso's predator.
Not 20.
Kip, please let me catch the
that card, sir.
Let me catch it.
But
I also got a 20.
so,
Yeah, but his is like a +5 because of it's a strength check.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh man.
Okay.
Your movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity this turn.
So I'm gonna use that card then to finagle and throw him away. Like I thought I had.
Yeah, you go in to get him, and like he's just like, and there is no way a corpse would be this strong, and he is like pushing you away, and then you like jump back.
Does he get use of his voice then?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, the voice sounds like me.
What do
Like
you
Ruckus.
say? Because Uzo's readying an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I'm right there with my sword about to strike.
What do you say?
Well, before the hand went to my throat, it was, "Hey guys, it's me," and then after this, it's like, "What the hell? What is wrong with you? I tried to show you something cool, an ability of mine, and you treat me like this."
Ruckus.
As fast as I can, though.
Voice. And the corpses are all down on the beach. How did one come out of the tavern? Let's think about this for a second.
And how is one so drunk? Answer that question. And then I kind of subtly drops as the transform self.
Oh my god.
Uzo.
You chose to look like that? Like you could look like anything right now and you choose you?
I already chose a cool thing earlier. I wanted to show you guys what I could really do.
I almost killed you right now.
Uzo looks to Remy and Ruckus clearly has a death wish.
Well, it wouldn't be the first wish I've made.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
I died twice. I feel like it makes a little sense.
It makes sense.
When did you learn to do this?
See? I was morning drunk. Let me think. Today.
This happens when you drink?
No, just today. And for some reason, I had some delicious cookies. Andraste, can't thank you enough for them. Really helped sobered me a quarter of the way back to normalcy. And
why did you? Uzo looks to Remy and says, "Did you also get cookies?"
Yes, actually, I ate them.
No, and okay. And while you guys are talking about God's, like I did.
Do you have cookies, Uzo? Uzo, do you have cookies?
I didn't get any cookies.
I left cookies for you.
Where?
On your doorknob.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
Uzo fixes himself up, gets his composure, and he looks at Ruckus. "You, sir, are an idiot." And he walks back up to check his doorknob. He goes into the tavern.
Wait, Uzo. Wait,
What?
come back. I think you should give it to Ruckus again. I don't think he understands. We almost killed him. You should really, really do that.
So Uzo looks to Remy, like doesn't know what he's talking about, and then like looks at Ruckus, like, and he punches Ruckus in the stomach.
During that time, as soon as Uzo looks away, Remy is running up, dashing as a bonus action up to his door to get those cookies.
So Uzo punches Ruckus in the stomach.
What the hell?
And then realizes it was a ploy to get the cookies. He pats Ruckus on the head. "Sorry, Ruckus. Damn it, Remy!" And he runs in after.
I'm Switzerland in this one.
All right. Give me basically initiative. Oh, geez, initiative with Remy.
There it is.
I almost
Yeah,
typed roll in the Twitch chat. Okay.
Yeah, and so just give me initiative.
That's pretty poor. You get a card.
34. Oh.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Remy is up the stairs and
That's a
outside the
25
door.
to 3.
Yeah. By the time you even open the front door, disadvantage on a saving throw.
Okay.
From the Nord Games luck deck.
As Uzo runs through the door, sorry, Ruckus, but you still deserve that.
Oh, whatever. I'm next to the cook. Andraste?
So I grab those.
Yeah.
And
There's
I
4 of them in there.
There's 3.
3 of them in there.
Because there were a dozen cookies. I gave Remy 4 of them because I gave up one of mine to give him an extra one. Ruckus had 3 and Uzo had 3.
Remy is a ravenous rat.
Uzo turns the corner to see you with the cookie, or what does he see when he runs up to the room?
So the question is, do I have enough time to grab those off his door and then hide in his own room?
No, you have enough to grab them off of his door and eat one if you want to.
Maturedly eat one rapidly right in front of this other teammate.
So
I go and I grab them. I don't try and eat one because I'm trying to get away. And I look back and I see Uzo just come up the stairs and see me there.
And you see Uzo stare at you.
And I try and slide a hand
bag.
but I don't have it. I try and slide a hand. So I don't have it.
Perception and sleight of hand. Oh my gosh.
No. There's no way that can go wrong.
Let's see here. I haven't sleight a hand in a while. Let me see. +9.
Wait, where the hell is my thing? Perception is not bad.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There it
Only
is.
a 9. So Uzo, I
I
guess.
will use 2 of my inspiration to inspire Warren to
Yes.
re-roll.
Damn it. Don't you want to trigger the
19.
boy, Thomas? Don't you want to trigger the boy?
19.
So Uzo comes up the stairs and he's wise to Remy. He saw Remy put it away, and he's
hello,
kind of
Uzo. What brings
like-
you here?
a Western standoff, I guess. They just kind of like Uzo just kind of stares at him.
Mighty fine afternoon we're having.
Where are the cookies, Remy?
What cookies? Your cookies?
The cookies.
I ate the cookies, my cookies. I ate my cookies. Your cookies are not behind my back.
Drop the cookies, and no one gets hurt.
You wait a couple of hours. I promise I will drop some cookies.
1 second.
Googling retorts to poop
No.
jokes.
Dear Bing.
That's the only way that
Oh,
is the only way that I can handle vicious mockery is if I write them down in advance and just pull them.
Uzo
Oh my God. I wanna do
dimension
a vlog.
doors behind Remy and reaches for the bag.
I misty step 30 feet away.
Get there, but so my dimension door goes off before you
Yeah.
misty step.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just a reaction of it.
So you dimension door behind him, and Remy's like, oh my god, and you misty step away, and you like hold up these cookies, but they're not there. They're in Uzo's hand.
Shit. Oh, damn it. That was a spell slot. God damn it.
Where is he?
I'm on the
where
other
did you
side where
go?
you just were.
Oh,
Coming at me.
We just switched.
Yeah.
When I talked to Andraste, she better have given me 3 cookies in 2.5. You broke the cookies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're crumbled.
I have a couple of crumbs in my fingers that I'm putting in my mouth.
Can we have caught up at this point? Up the stairs.
So
Yeah, I'm just like leisurely strolling because I'm like these boys.
You two are
actually,
like a
before-
regular Jom and Terry. Come on.
before the 2 of you, Ruckus and Andraste, go to inside, you actually see approaching you is a stack of cookie boxes with legs that is coming at you quite quickly. And like it's moving towards you. You see these little legs underneath. And at the end, you see this little halfling head pop around this stack of cookies. That's like this time's like, oh my god, hey, how are you guys doing? Have you guys been to the Maggard's yet? Have you guys had cookies? I want to give you cookies. I heard about what you guys did. Amazing. I mean, not as amazing as us, but pretty amazing.
You must be Miss Emma.
Oh, hi, I'm Emma. Yes, hello.
Hello, pleasure. I'm Andraste. This is Ruckus.
Hi.
You guys thinking about giving cookies because the boys are fighting over them.
Yeah, just take a couple boxes.
I'm gonna like reach up and grab the top 2 boxes. Is this all right?
Oh yeah. Courtesy of the country club.
Do you have any Samoans?
I don't know what that is. It sounds like a type of person, and you shouldn't have people.
That's fair, but also incorrect and correct at the same time.
Thank you so much, Miss Emma. We are planning to make a stop up at the country club, and perhaps we can chat with you there.
Okay, perfect. I need to go give Mitch some cookies. He gets cranky without the cookies.
I imagine he does. Thank you so much.
Yeah, he murders you, and then he walks on.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, that seems to be a thing. All right, Ruckus, shall we go break up the fight?
Okay, I'm done admiring. Yes.
You may have those cookies now, Uzo, but just you wait. When you're not looking, I will strike. Remy the Fox is far too sly for the likes of you.
I'm gonna come up the stairs carrying the 2 boxes.
Don't show
Uzo
them yet.
puts the cookies into where his crotch would sit. And he's like, yes, come and get them.
Don't
Uzo.
you remember? I'm the crotch friend, and I run after him.
You actually, Uzo, you actually hear like small crunching sounds coming from down there as Baga is eating the cookies.
As Remy walks up, Uzo puts his hand, stiff arms Remy on the head. Wait! And he holds up the bag, and it's wiggling around. And he looks at Remy, and he looks at the bag. And he opens it with basically Remy and Uzo look in over the top at a Baga that's finished all cookies.
I'm sure Bagar is roughly this is roughly spherical at this.
Yeah, there's like big cookie sizes in the middle of Baga.
We have been punished for our greed.
This is still your fault. I have not had any cookies.
That's fair. I'm sorry. They were really good in my defense.
Baga seems to agree.
I'd like to go up the stairs at about this point.
Yeah, you come up.
Carrying 2 boxes.
Do we smell the cookies? Are they freshly baked?
Oh, these are actually fresh out of the oven. Yeah.
Hold on.
Baga's.
Stop. Both of you. These were given to me.
3 of us. Baga's head pokes out of the bag.
Oh, God.
These were given to me. And you will share them appropriately. Or we will have words. Understand?
Yes, but
yes.
first tell Uzo that you gave him 3 cookies.
Yes, I had 3 cookies tied in a handkerchief on the door.
Well,
See?
she gave Baga 3 cookies as Uzo locks Baga in the bag and it's wiggling. No, you've had your fill, Baga.
About
Like
how many cookies are
armor.
about how many cookies are in each box?
There's what is it? A score of cookies in each box. So 20.
20, yeah.
Oh.
Excellent. All right, so there is enough in here for each of us to have 10. And we are going to split them appropriately.
Dibs.
What do you mean dibs?
On my 10.
You can
Exactly.
have dibs on the 10 that I'm about to hand you.
Did you eat that plant stick again?
I'm glad I got yes.
They smell
That's who you're talking to.
Immediately.
They smell so good. I just want to have one.
Margaret is very good at making them. I'm going to open up one of the boxes and take one out and hand it directly to Uzo over Remy's head.
No.
Wait. Sit. day.
Okay. I'm going to do that, but only because I want those cookies really bad.
You should get him checked for worms.
Okay.
Uzo eats the cookie and leans against the door, almost kind of melting against the wall in the hallway.
You see now why I had to have them.
I'm gonna pull out another cookie and hand it to Remy. And take one and hand it to Ruckus.
Hey, and just oh.
Right. I think I'm going to be the keeper of these because I'm not driven to greed, and I will distribute them appropriately so that you each get your share.
Greedy? I just like massed amounts of wealth.
But in my defense, it's more avarice in my case.
You can ration them. Can I have my cut up front?
Cut him now.
I don't have healing spells at the moment. I don't want to deal with that. So no, we're not cutting anyone, but I will give you your 10, as long as you understand that's all that you get from this batch. If you want more, Magritte stores over there. You can go and buy them.
We have to fight a halfling to get him.
She's not a halfling. Magritte is an elf.
Yeah.
No. There's
My
a
10.
halfling that always buys all the cookies that we have to fight.
She gave these to us.
Oh, you'll have to introduce me.
She was carrying a very large stack of boxes and said, "Here, take 2."
Very good story. Can I have my 10, please?
I'm gonna pull out 9 of the cookies because you already ate 1. 9 of the cookies because you already ate 1. And
okay. And Uzo eats them like corn on the cob.
You're gonna want some butter on that.
I'm gonna just like shake my head and hand the box the box with the other 9 to Remy.
Little were-rat look in his eyes for a minute.
Almost
do I have to use greater restoration on you again? I actually have access
to be seen.
It. I have access to it for real now.
Do you really?
Yes.
That's amazing. Let's go find the charters and let's do this. I'll become a were-rat again.
Oh my god.
Let's not.
Right, we killed
this
them
point,
all.
Uzo is licking the palms of his hand.
Ruckus, do you want your share now, or do you want me to hold on to them and give them to you?
Oh well, I don't want to be rude. It interrupts you. It's like I'll just take the box now.
Ruckus, wait until that plant stick kicks in. I promise you're going to enjoy this.
It hasn't.
His eyes are huge. All right, I will pull out the 10 cookies that are his share and hand them to him. Close the box, walk to my room, and just like shake my head and put my share on my desk.
Thank you, Andraste. I shall not be a savage like these ones. And the cookies are rest gently in my hand. Thank you. He sits
quite proper here.
He even pets the cookies a little. And then he just ravenously, he goes in.
There it is.
Uzo opens the bag, he lets a bloated baga out, and he shakes the cookie dust remaining from the bag into his mouth.
You see, all of us fall victim to its wiles.
I really, really want to know what Magritte puts in those cookies.
It's MSG.
And love.
I may have to see if I can get the recipe when we leave, because those would kill at the Irregular Tavern.
So, are you guys staying at the tavern?
You guys gonna do anything today?
Can I get more
drunk?
We're
on vacation, okay? We're on vacation.
We're on holiday, exactly.
So, no, I mean, by this time it is mid-afternoon, and getting towards the evening. So, probably should eat a real dinner. And
we ate a real breakfast.
Dinner would spoil my cookies. Are you kidding?
Cookies would spoil my alcohol.
Yeah, I'm going to. Since even though I'm still coming down off of the high, I think I'm the adultiest adult in the room at the moment. I'm gonna order dinner for the 4 of us, and I'm gonna get myself a bottle of wine included in that, and set up like a spread in one of our rooms so we can eat and socialize with the 4 of us.
Okay. We will come back to that next week. More dinner talk next week. We didn't roll initiative. I had something planned, but we did not get there.
We technically did.
Yes, you did roll initiative. Excellent. And I did spend some inspiration. So what do we have, Andraste? Tiana, do you have a count?
I do. There we have 15. So that'll be 11.
15.
That'll be 15. Then that goes into the boy.
Okay.
15 into the boy.
We only used 4.
I used 3.
Yeah, we used 4. We had 2 complete rerolls.
Okay. So 11 from you going to the boy.
Yep.
4 from me. 3 from me. Wait.
Do we trigger? That sounds like it triggers if there's 13.
Yeah, I mean, we'll trigger it because we should trigger. Yeah. We should trigger. So we're going to trigger this. We're going to do. So this will be on Saturday.
Hey.
On our Call of Cthulhu show, either a Call of Cthulhu starter set or a Gale Force 9 card deck of your choice. One of those, that'll be on Saturday, and during Call of Cthulhu, starting at 6 p.m., which is different than our normal time of 7 p.m. for all of our other shows. That's gonna wrap it up.
On the episode where we got very little done, but some damn good RP.
You know, here's the thing. Last week, I think Thomas says we might fast forward through the 2 weeks.
I did. After the show, I'm like, we'll pretty much be in Baldur's Gate next week.
Oh, you are an optimist, my friend.
I knew it. I knew we were dying next week.
I think we're gonna be here for another month. I like Saltmarsh.
It's fun. I actually really like that. So.
And it's only the first day in Saltmarsh.
Yes. So eventually, I don't know. We'll pick this up. We'll pick this up next week because there's interesting things that are happening. Cookies.
So I gotta ask: are these cookies a thing in the Saltmarsh campaign then?
Yes, they were. Emma bought, I swear to God, 144 of the damn things. And put them into her bag of holding and distributed them to people when they were being good.
Dahlid knows like all the recipes except the secret ingredient.
One ingredient.
One ingredient he's missing from the recipe. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Seriously, Andras is going to try to get that recipe because she wants that for the tavern and as bribes for the boys. Be good, and I'll make you those cookies.
That's a good
hook.
hook.
Very high persuasion now, like a +12. It's ridiculous. Anyway.
That's a much better plan than Uzo trying to steal it from Andraste's room, which probably wouldn't work out well.
So with Amy playing a halfling and Nick playing any character, there was so much food talk. I mean, like hours of food role play. As you know, they're making bacon weave baskets.
Well, yeah, and putting the nacho cheese inside of the bacon weave baskets, and people were eating raw eggs because Aaron.
It sounds like a lot of cardiovascular disease to me.
Yeah,
worth it.
People are also the most fit people on the.
Yeah, Bilber had a decanter of endless nacho cheese.
No. What he had was an alchemy jug that was defective.
Oh,
Created 2 substances. It would create 5 gallons of the nacho like squeeze cheese bullshit stuff, and like 2 gallons of hot sauce.
Like combined.
Yeah, no, that would be separate things.
Either or.
Because with an alchemy jug, you can decide what you want to have.
Right. But those were the only 2 options. That's amazing.
And once you started it, you couldn't stop it. So you had to have buckets ready for the cheese, which is how Nick treated me, that he needed an alchemy jug that didn't count against his magic items. And I was like, God damn it, that's too funny. We can't not have that.
Artificier sort of like, drink this potion, roll this dice. Like, what does it do? Like, I really need some HP. It's like, now I'm flying without, I have no control over my flight. Thanks.
Sounds like a wild magic sorcerer.
Yeah. I was playing a home game, Wild Magic Sorcerer, and it was like, turning into a plant for, around, or in one of them, it's like I teleported next to Strahd. He was in Strahd. I was like, oh man, hi. Hello.
There's no way this could go wrong.
And it was it wasn't Ezra, but it was Jason who was like, I'll make you a deal.
Ah,
Turn on your friends and like nope.
yeah, no. Anytime a DM says, "I'll make you an offer," run, just run.
But I'm curious.
Nice. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Chaos Agents. Thank you guys for watching us here live on Twitch, on YouTube, listening to the podcast. We really appreciate you being part of our community. Please check out our Discord, subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Twitch, and leave us a review on the podcast. That would be awesome. We have new shows. Tuesdays. Maybe we're thinking Tuesdays is when the Untitled podcast is officially launched. So we'll see all about that. But, who knows what really happens.
Tiana, possibly 2 for Tuesday.
Just, yeah.
Super Tuesday. I like that.
Right. Okay. So thank you, everybody. And good night. And we will see you next time. I hit the right button. All right. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Backflip.